ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Just playing. What's going on? What's happening, DJ Wild Body here? Huh. We're in the building today. Talk that stuff. 10-16. No pre-show today. We'll be back on that vibe next week. But yeah, talk that stuff. This 16th day of October. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome. Huh. Talk that stuff. Another day down. 16th day of October 2022 as we finish up the year going into 2023. Pretty soon, Halloween time. Ooh, boogly boogly. I don't celebrate it, but any which ways, talk that stuff. Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Up first from Flint, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Rod Wallace!
What up? What up?
Up next from Jersey, Jersey's finest, the Jersey Sun, aka Riggs! From Bronx, New York, the Mecca of hip hop. Ladies and gentlemen, the wordsmith himself, Taz Uno. Next, from Alabama, now St. Louis, the Show Me State. Ladies and gentlemen, after a long hiatus, let's welcome back the comrade, Dixie Freeley!
Howdy.
From Jersey, coming to you live Let's give it up for Miss Monica Donato.
Peace and blessings.
And I am DJ Wild Body. This is Talk That Stuff. This 10th month, 16th day, 22 years of 2000. Talk That Stuff. Enough said. Welcome. What's going on? How's everybody doing out there? YouTube land, TV land, chat land, Spotify land. Check us out. Anchor FM, the playback. We're going to be on the playback after this show. Please join us live. But right now we are live. This is Talk That Stuff. Before I get started, we got to do the traditional NFL scores and stats. I'm not going to hold you. Without further ado, let's get it going. Ha! 6-week NFL. As the NFL heats up, we are here to give you the scores and the stats. All right. Starting now. Seahawks. Cardinals. Right now in the fourth, 2 minutes to go. It is the Seahawks on top of the Cardinals, 19-9. Kyler Murray so far, 209 yards passing, 1 INT. Moving along. In the fourth as well, we have the Bills and the Chiefs, both 4-1 teams. The score, Chiefs on top of the Bills right now, 22-17. 4th and 21 at Buffalo 24. The Bills are starting to march. Patrick Mahomes, 335 yards, 2 touchdowns. Singletary, one of my running backs, 14 carries for 78 yards. And Diggs, another one of my wide receivers, 7 receptions for 114. Fields, you are in trouble in the fantasy today, my friend. Moving along, today's 8:20 game. The Cowboys go into Lincoln Financial to take on the Eagles. Hold on, I gotta get some sight here. Sorry about that. Thanks whoever told me that. Let's go. Moving on, Cowboys Eagles tonight at 8:20. Eagles 5-0, Cowboys 4-1. Hopefully the Cowboys beat the Eagles so we can all be in possession of first place. Moving along, Panthers, Rams, they're in LA today. The Rams win. They beat the Panthers, score 24-10. Matt Rule out as Panthers head coach. The Panthers slide to 1-5. The Rams 3-3. Matthew Stafford back on track, 26-33, 253 yards, 1 TD. Christian McCaffrey, 13 carries for 69 yards, and he led all receptions, 7 receptions, 89 yards. Rams now back at 500. Moving along. In LA, on ATL Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Yes, the Falcons welcome the 49ers to Atlanta. 49ers, one of the hottest teams in the NFL until today. The Falcons get the win. Score, Falcons 28, the 49ers 14. Garoppolo, 29 for 41, 296 yards, 2 TDs. Huntley, 59 yards on the ground. The 49ers slide to 3-3. The Falcons at 500. Be careful of the Falcons. They are marching. Moving along, Cleveland. 1974, Cleveland, Ohio. The Browns, they welcome the Patriots to town. Patriots beat the Browns 38-15. The Browns 2-4. Patriots moving to 3-3. Not going through the stats there because there are people that we don't know. Moving along, Lambeau Field. It was the Packers hosting the Red Hot Jets. Jets, one of the hottest teams in the NFL, especially in the AFC East. Wide open for the takings. And the Jets continue to win. They beat the Packers. I repeat, the Jets beat the Packers. Score 27-10. Aaron Rodgers, 26 for 41, 246 yards. Hall on the ground for the Jets, 116 with 20 carries. The Jets improved to 4-2. The Packers slide to 3-3. Moving along, Indianapolis. Not talking about the 500. We're talking about the Colts. The Colts welcoming the Jacksonville Duval Jaguars to town. And the Colts win. They beat the Jaguars, scored 34-27. Matty Ice, 42 for 58, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pittman Jr., wide receiver, 13 receptions for 134 yards. The Colts improved to 3-2-1. The Jaguars, they slide 2-4. Moving along, the Dolphins, South Beach. Vikings going down to visit the Dolphins. Dolphins, man, a lot of quarterback issues. The Dolphins take another loss to the Vikings. The Vikings win 24-16. Teddy Bridgewater, 23 for 34, 329 yards, 2 TDs. Delvin Cook, 13 carries for 77 yards, 1 TD. And T. Hill, 12 receptions for 177 yards. The Vikings improve to 5-1. The Dolphins slide to 3-3. AFC East still probably open though. Moving along, the Big Easy, New Orleans. Bum, 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 bum. When the Saints did come marching in, they marched in. The Bengals marched into town to take on the Saints. This was a highly contested game, but the Bengals get out of town with the win. They beat the Saints, scored 30-26. Burrow, QB, 300 yards passing, 3 TDs, 28 for 37. Alvin Kamara, 99 yards rushing out of 19 carries. And Jamar Chase, 7 receptions for 132 yards. The Bengals improved to 3-3. Saints slide 2-4. Moving along. New Meadowlands. The Giants, injury prone. Coaching staff, great, on point. Ravens, thoughts and reminiscent of 2000 when we lost to the Ravens in the Super Bowl. The Giants said, hell no. Bringing on Lamar Jackson, and that's what they did. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens stepping to town. They're whipping on the Giants until the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to report to you the Giants, they do defeat the Ravens. The Giants at the house. The score, Giants 24, the Ravens 20. Lamar Jackson, 17 for 32, 210 yards, 1 TD. Drake, 10 carries. I'm not talking about the producer, the pop star Drake, but K Drake, 10 carries for 119s. And Andrews, 7 receptions for 106. The Giants improved to 5-1. They're 3-1 at home this year. The Ravens slide to 3-3. Moving along, Heinz Field, Steelers, the house that Roethlisberger built. Steelers welcoming the Red Hot Buccaneers. No Gazelle bunting at this game as well. The Steelers get out of town. Well, they're in town. The Steelers win at home. They beat the Buccaneers, score 20-18. Tom Brady, 25 for 40, 243 yards. Leonard Fournette, 21 carries for 63. And Claypool from the Steelers, 96 yards. Buccaneers get the L. Brady and the bunch slide to 3-3. The Steelers improve. They get their second win of the season. Thursday's game, the Commanders going into Soldier Field to take on the Bears. And this was an ugly, ugly game. The Commanders do get out of town with a win. The Commanders beat the Bears 12-7. Justin Fields, 14 for 27, 190 yards. Fields also on the ground, 88 yards rushing. And Pettis for Chicago, 84 yards. The Commanders, they improved to 2-4. Bears slide to 2-4. And Monday Night Football, battle of the AFC West. The Broncos, 2-3, led by Russell, going into LA to take on the Chargers. Probably got some of the best uniforms in the league. But watch for that game, October 17th. That is tomorrow. And once again, that is Talk That NFL Scores and Stats. Yes. Hey, so how's everybody doing? Welcome everybody here. RTO back. Welcome RTO. What's going on? Welcome everyone in the panel. That's right. Shout out to the Raiders had a bye this week, huh?
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, man? Shout out to my Giants, man. We just keep beating them, keep lining them
Not
up.
too much. Not too much.
I was told to humble myself, but
Please do.
the Jets, man, Jets on fire too, man. We might have a, when they win, we win. I don't know. Anyways, man, shout out to the teams. I didn't see Detroit today either. I guess they had a bye as well. I don't know how that works anymore.
Yeah, we was able to relax today.
Yeah.
No heart attacks today.
Right.
No depression. Sun actually came out. People got a chance to get out and go play in the playground and stuff.
Right. Hey, sometimes you need that, man. Hey, real good night last night. I watched a lot of boxing. Clarissa Shields going against Mr. Vanna Marshall. Carissa, she ended up getting the unanimous decision. That was a great. I've never been so excited for a women's boxing match. Shout out to Clarissa, Flint's very own. Carissa Shields, she's definitely making an impact. Everyone, Layla Ali. No, man, it's Clarissa. She's a different beast, man.
Hey, and you know what I appreciate? She Flint to the bone marrow, dog.
Yes. She
Flint, North Side. Don't
out.
misquote me. I think she from Merrillhood. I have to check.
Oh,
but
bro. Wow.
shout outs. She Flint Town from the gate.
Absolutely. She said she ain't had sex in 5 weeks, boy. I feel sorry for her fiance. Woo.
Yeah, she looked upset, bro.
Yeah. I'll be home, baby. Shout out to Carissa Shields. Moving along, Devin Haney against George Kambosos. Devin Haney just put on a clinic. We were able to catch that last night too. Yeah, so I kind of expected that to go the way it did. Caleb Plant, shout out to Dixie. Dixie called it. He said Kambosos will not be able to keep up that same energy the whole fight. And once he slowed down, Haney just started picking him apart. Devin Haney is ready to move on, man. I don't want to see this fight anymore. I wanted Haney to get some other fights. So he had to do his contractual obligation, and he did. So it's nothing but up for Devin Haney. Moving along. Oh, by the way, I'm freestyling this. Caleb Plant against Dylan. Caleb Plant. Am I right there?
Anthony Durrell.
Anthony Durrell, I'm sorry, I said Dylan. Anthony Durrell, that was a great, good one. I didn't see that knockout. I didn't see that happening. I thought that Plant would outbox him. But yeah, man, he caught him right. But the thing about that is, Plant was kind of, he missed a few times with that same kind of setup. So it finally landed. Plant gets the knockout. Dude was on the ground for a little bit. Caleb Plant moves on. And the main event, Wilder against the Nordic Nightmare, hit him with a Wilder type jab and laid him out on the ground. Dude's legs buckled. He was sitting there like he was already on the stretcher, laid out on the mat. Wilder, 214 pounds. Shout out to Deontay. He looks like he's back. I want to see the Uskis fight after that, or the Anthony Joshua fight. You guys' whole take on the night.
I thought it was a good night for boxing. You know,
Yes.
Most of the matches went the way I thought they would go. I didn't see Plant knocking out Durrell, but I knew I would have put my money on him just because Anthony Durrell, you know, he's been at the mountaintop for a long time. Father Time has caught up to him 2 years ago, and at this point, he's just hanging around. You know, still a good fighter, but his best days are way beyond at this point. But I picked Plant in that matchup, but I didn't think he would knock him out though.
Oh, okay. I'm with you. I think all our horses came in. I didn't see any kind of, everything went the way it should have went. I was kind of skeptical about the Savannah Marshall fight. You know, I didn't know how that would go. But Clarissa was, her output was a lot more than Savannah Marshall's. That girl's tough, man. She kept going forward. I mean, she's a dog in her own right. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it kind of proves how good Clarissa Shields really is because she hasn't boxed in almost a year or more.
Right.
Comes back, fights a champion, and you know wins easily. I ain't gonna say she won easily, but won convincingly. I put it that way.
Yeah, and we were talking, like she did look a little, you know, had a little ring rust on it, but that's even
for sure.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
She's a little sloppy than what I'm used to seeing, but that comes with the layoff of, you know, doing something else.
Right. Oh, and shout out to her and my future, my next wife and my next generation, Alicia Beaumont. That's her name. Beaumont. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, you better hope that don't come back on you.
You know what I mean? Hey,
I think it's like Baumgartner
I
or
gotta
something
compete
like
with
that.
Elvis Eyebrow shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You real happy tonight, bro.
Hey,
I need to find out what's going on.
Hey, my Giants winning, man. My football team is winning, man.
That ain't no morning joy in that coffee mug.
Hey, well, shout out to her.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I didn't think Durrell was going to go down the way he went down, but I think number one, I mean, just because you're 38 don't mean you can't move great. He still has some speed, you know what I'm saying? He still has some stamina, but I think he didn't get out of his feelings for that fight, if you ask me. The fact that he was aggressive and Aggie prior to the fight. He was saying some real slick, excuse my language, shit. And you got in the ring and you thought that boy was going to half step. And Plant showed him, nah, I came here to fight. Let's box.
Yep.
And between exhaustion and the fact that Plant was faster than him, even though Durrell was answering back, He just, can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Oh, he got caught. Who said that? Wallace. He got caught with that punch. And next thing you know, it was lights out. But I swear I was scared for the brother because the way he went down and that leg, I said, oh God, let's say a prayer now for him because number one, it's a great sport. You don't want anybody to fall victim to it. It's a very brutal and harsh sport. But hey, Plant came to win and he won and he did just that.
Right.
Like I said, the only reason why I wanted him to win was so that he could possibly entertain giving Ka another fight since there was a draw. However, he wasn't, looking that direction. But if, you know what I'm saying, the money is right, that can always sway and change your mind. And, some other reasons why I didn't want Plant to win. However, he won and kudos to him. And the talk afterwards was a little rough to see him throw dirt on the body. I personally wouldn't have did that. But it was very entertaining to see how he ain't let up off the gas pedal. He went past go and kept going, but he won that fight fair and square, and he should be able to talk his shit. And listen, when I come down off of my high, maybe I'll apologize, maybe I won't. But in that moment, he was unapologetic, and I can't be mad at him for that.
Right. There was a lot of shit being talked.
It was the best of times and the worst of times, man, for Flint.
Yeah.
Because Darrell from Flint, too.
Oh, shit, that's right, he is.
Yeah. And, I think that people recognize how old he is and everything, but, people...
Yeah, if you've been watching him, man, he just don't have the same reflexes he once had. He wouldn't have got caught with that combination. It was just a 1-2 combination. He wouldn't have got caught with that 4 or 5 years ago. It was basic, low, high.
I like what you said, Dixie.
But shouts out to him for bringing notoriety and resources.
Oh, yeah, he definitely.
As far as I've been told, I'm not there too often. But,
oh, yeah, he's had a good career, man. 2-time champion. I said he was the cream of the crop for a long time in that weight class.
Well, I think he's still. I don't see him retiring, but maybe start being smart. And we were talking last night, and there's a few. One thing I respect about these older UFC fighters, they don't kid themselves. They make the matches, and the UFC does a good job of matchmaking as well with people with their around the same age, and try to make those fights because there's still money in that. Just because you're not fighting for a title does not mean you can't sell out the building.
Yeah.
I mean, Nate Diaz is lost about 15 times, but guess what? Every time he fights, the people come to see him fight. You don't want to put him in the ring or the cage with some kind of animal, some young talent that's got all the, look like you times 20 when he was in his prime. So, there's still, it's boxing, the guy's fighting. I mean, he went down. He looked old when he went down, boy. Woo, Lord.
Yeah.
God.
Now, I can just see the differences, where he was in his prime and now. It's night and day to me. I mean, he could take the same role that, what's the guy from Philly back in the day? Like he fought as a gatekeeper. Nah, way before that. I'm talking about back in Hagler's day. But his name will come to me in a minute. But he fought like 5 more years being a gatekeeper, made good money, But he was real selective about who he fought.
Right. I was gonna say that. If he is gonna continue boxing, be selective, but at the same time, if you can retire, enjoy your life. I'm quite sure, coming off of his illness, your body is different, your mind is different. If you have children in the family, enjoy them while you still can, because you never know how the adverse effect of those blows, especially the ones he was taking last night. You never know how long term, they could affect you. I'm sure they're going to do an MRI to determine, what his status is. But at some point, you got to look at your future and say, my family deserves to have me while I'm still capable of having some form of normal life.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
true.
But I still think at 38, he looked good last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, the dude was holding his own.
Benny Briscoe, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
He was like the gate. Yeah, he's like the gatekeeper of the 70s,
Yeah.
Right on. So, moving on to the Wilder fight. Wilder looked like a calmer type of guy. Maybe he's taking up yoga or something now. Wilder looks like a tamed animal.
I mean, to me, see, I watch a lot of what we call so these days in boxing, you have old media and new media. In new media, he's same old Wilder. You know, you watch fight hypes interviews or Blue or whoever. Now on the mainstream, yeah, he's coming across more humble or whatever. But I think it had more to do with who he was fighting. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
You fighting a friend, you ain't gonna go all out, you know, and
Right.
dissing and talking crazy and stuff. But
Wilder trying to catch him before he.
I think we'll get the to this day Wilder when he fights Usyk
Yeah,
or Joshua.
that's a good point.
Go for Usyk,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Josh, who
that's
am I
a
saying
good
that one
point.
either? Yeah, good night of boxing. That's what Shout out to
Yeah.
boxing. You
Yes.
know, all around was a good night. You know, I like seeing shit like that. So let's keep making them fight. Peace. Shout out to PBT. Shout out to Top Rank, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to the
man.
UFC.
Both stables put on good fights, man. They did in the same night, and I felt almost like overwhelmed trying to watch 3 different screens at once.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? We made it happen with this technology, and we gonna get the skinny of it, man. But yeah, so moving on. So I want to ask the panel a question. We kind of scraped on this last night. Marquise Jackson, he said that $6,700 a month was never enough for child support. You guys' thoughts on that? Says,
Insane.
We're
Not
gonna let
enough
the
for-
lady go first. We're gonna let the lady go
Yeah.
first on this.
He says not enough to maintain his NYC lifestyle. $6,700 a month, not $67.
Right.
$6,700 of them.
So I'm gonna say this because I don't know too much about his story. So, just if you're asking me generally, is $6,700 enough for me? We're talking how many children? 1, 3, 4? Are they in private school, public school? You know, what type of activities and how much it costs financially, what city, what state you live in. Granted, I'm not looking for a meal ticket, but I do want my children to continue to live the way they live, you know what I'm saying, while we were together, if possible. I'm not trying to rob my dude. We didn't work out as a couple. I just want you to, you know what I'm saying, take care of the kids. So y'all fill me in a little bit on what that story is. And then I can give you a
I
better
think-
answer.
I mean, your answer you given so far is suffices, but to be a little bit more specific, it's just for him, one kid. He's not a kid anymore. He's a grown ass man.
22. 22.
22 years old.
Crazy.
Wait, his son is 22. His child is 22,
Yeah.
Yep.
and he wants child support?
He's
Yeah.
getting child support, and I think it's ending. And I think that's why we're hearing so much about it now. Because in the
what's the
state of
child in
Missouri, you
college?
got to pay. Yeah, it's like in the state of Missouri, you got to pay till they're 21 if they go to college. So I imagine it's something
Oh.
similar with that, but it's for just him.
Okay.
So
I mean, so does he have a career path? Like, what is he doing with
yeah,
himself?
collecting his dad money. That's it. I have no
So
dreams.
far, we have not heard anything.
Right.
Oh, wait a
He-
minute. We're
he's
talking about
collecting
50
good money.
Cent's son.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. So he wants
Yeah.
his father to continue to pay child support?
He is paying.
Yeah.
But he's saying that shit ain't enough.
And he's like, what, 22?
22 years
Oh,
old.
no. First of all, this, okay. All right. So my take on, just based off of what I know, it's been a sticky situation ever since he was a minor, correct? Like a young child, correct?
Right.
Now we know 50 Cent could be kind of brash or downright rude and disrespectful when he getting at you. And when it's all said and done, like, you need to make your own way. Your father is not financially obligated to take care of you, your parents for the most part. So do I think he should continue to pay child support? No, you're not a child. You're a grown man. And at this point, you should have some direction as to what you want to do in life. Even if it's to not turn out to be like your parents, you should still have some direction on what you want to do in life. Now, granted, sometimes it takes our children a little longer, you know what I'm saying, to grow up and be an adult. But that still doesn't mean, okay, until you get ready, your father should take care of you. Your parents should take care of you. So no, I
He should
don't
have
think
his
he
own
should have to pay
income.
child support. Yeah.
Right.
Hell no.
That should be to him.
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
so-
much.
right. Go ahead, Dixie.
I would say it's pretty much the same way I feel about it. It's like there's definitely a lot of entitlement from Marquise's end. It's like $600 or $700 a month. Now I'm not, you know, what I'm saying I don't know the details behind how his, you know, the mother handled money or whatever. But at some point, at any point, you know, when he got to be of age, say 18, 19, and I'm sure she broke him some of that bread. Like she ain't just keep it all herself. I'm sure she gave him something. And he could have made some moves that would have set him up for life with that kind of money.
Right.
Now, with me, I think $6,700 is a nice supplement to your own income. Now, you might, I mean, it might be tough
Right.
to live in New York off of that, but
Right.
you could get something going on your own. Plus that money, you could be set, man, if you handle it right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Right.
But what is his mother doing? Because you expect your father to pay that because he's 50 Cent, but your mother, I'm
But the
sure,
mother
like
is
you
a
said,
problem.
That's the yeah.
Right.
Right. That's the problem.
she's been a
That's-
problem. So
that's
who
what
knows
50
if she
said.
gave him right. But at the same time, he chose to side with his mother. So 50 says screw him too, right? Isn't that
Right.
how it went
Yeah.
back in the
Well,
day?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that said, you made a decision based off of impulse, 50, to disconnect from your child and said, you know what, I'm gonna pay y'all this money, but don't reach out to me for nothing. Wasn't that kind
Yeah,
of how the
that's-
story went between them?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the part I have a problem with, just the disconnection from the son. Like, I
Yeah.
can understand all the other parts, but that part, like, that's a rough one right there for the kid.
Yeah, so you want him to pay because he disconnected from you? Like, come on. No, your mother should have groomed you
Yeah.
for success and to be an adult at this point. You got to stand on your own too. I carried you this far. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to carry yourself, or at least show me that, you know what I'm saying? You on the right path to being independent. But no, I don't think he should pay child support. Do I think he should try to make amends with his father? Yeah,
Absolutely.
but are you only doing it now
Sure.
because that money getting ready to run out?
Right.
Like it can
That's
all be
Yeah.
it can all be presumed
It's an
that's
agenda
why you
behind
want to
it.
have it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
And
shit!
words of encouragement.
I'm mad at this. Yeah,
Words of encouragement
I'm
to
real
that
mad
dude.
at this.
Stop putting your business out in public, because 50, you know how he is, man. That dude, you know, loyalty is everything to him, and you putting
It is.
airing out of laundry, you just making it worse for yourself, man. And I've heard he's done shit like go work with Rick Ross's company as an intern, shit like that. You know, like come
that's what I
on,
mean. I remember him doing some real disloyal stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Now that money's probably about to run out, and he's trying to make amends now. So to me, if it were me, I would still feel like you're trying to manipulate, you know.
Yeah.
Panicking right now. That's what it is. He panicking, trying to figure something out.
right.
Right. But you know what? If he tried to reach out to his father behind the scenes the past couple years and we just didn't hear nothing about it, then you know what I'm saying? Bring those receipts out. But to me, it just sounds like you being real strategic at trying
Right,
to
yeah.
keep your hand in his back pocket. And for
Right.
me, we can build on a relationship, but I'm not just jumping out the woodwork giving you money because you want to keep up a lifestyle.
Here's a job at my company. You want to
Right.
work for it or something?
It feels contrived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And it sucks, yo. This
It do.
sucks.
It does.
People ain't
It
shit.
does.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Straight up.
This really sucks.
So, DJ Ray, what's going on? So it looks
What
like
up to the chat?
Yeah, what's going on? My mom's in there. She says hi, Monica.
Hey, my angel, I miss you. That's my girl.
She be putting all kind of emojis and icons and shit.
That's my boo. That's my boo. That's my ride or die right there. I love you, my angel.
See what she says.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Good. So tonight we used to do back in the day a little bit, we used to do like some brackets and stuff based on certain things. So tonight I want to kind of get back into doing that. But before that, hey Monica, why don't you go ahead and take care of that subject that we talked about? Go ahead and take off with that if you don't mind. I'm supposed to hit you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So remind me which We talk about a lot,
Drunk,
bro.
we're drunk.
Oh, okay. So, fellas, I really want to get y'all opinion on this. Do you believe in a drunk man tell no tales? You know that old saying that the old folk used to say, when a person get drunk, that's when they speak their true mind or what's on their heart.
Yeah.
So do you believe a drunk man tell no tales, or do you believe that they utilize an opportunity to express themselves and can be as rude as they want, as indignant as they want, without being blamed for their actions?
Right.
What's y'all take on it?
It all depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? Because some people could use it as, so some people use it as letting it all out. Some people just, hey, they don't give a fuck. They go ahead and do what they do. But then some people use it as a crutch, like, oh, it's because I was drunk is that I was saying that. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the person that is.
Right. So are you saying that some people may get a pass because they may have a better relationship, with you than somebody that's like a
Nobody
third
should get a
tier
pass.
or
I don't
fourth
think
tier
there's no
friend?
passes.
Yeah, I'm not saying that somebody should get a pass because,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? But you know how some people are. You know what I'm saying? And it all pretty much, like, honestly, it depends on the person. If it's a stand-up person and, they get getting tipsy and they letting it out because they tips, they little sauced up, then you can understand that. But if it's somebody who's using it as a crutch, that's a whole different, that's a manipulator, because, they trying to manipulate you and feeling a certain way because they're doing something wrong. You feel me?
Right, avoiding accountability, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of with Taz on this. It's kind of hard to say because it does depend on the person. I come from a family of alcoholics, and I've seen them all handle their alcohol differently. But with me, I'll speak for me though. So I used to see this woman, and she used to always say, "I ain't gonna smoke with you no more." And I'm like, "Why?" She said, "You be getting at me when you smoke." And she was telling the truth, because when I smoke, my subconscious is in full control. And what I really be wanting to say, the shit I really be wanting to check, I be doing it.
I get that. I have
Okay.
a friend. I got a close friend that tells me that he's a lawyer, actually. And he tells me that if he has an opportunity to do business, like a choice in doing business with people, he doesn't do business with people who will not have a drink with him.
I've heard that before.
Because you can find out a person's true intentions. I mean, alcohol, it takes away people's inhibitions. And we as adults, we lie. And I think when you drink with people, you get comfortable with them and you become a little bit more loose. You really can get a chance to see where people really come from. So that's one of the reasons that it's such a big culture involving alcohol in the business world, because you get a chance to see people for who they really are.
Right.
But even in personal world too, because just let them talk. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? When someone's drunk, just let them talk. Just spill it all. Right. And you'll find out exactly what you need to know about that person. Spill it all.
Like back in like the 70s, 80s, 60s, a lot of these boardrooms had a bar in it, and they drunk, so it wasn't uncommon for someone to be drinking on the job and handling business. I think it gets rid of the courage factor too. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't have said. I think some kind of alluded to that, but you get that liquid courage and you speak your truth. And
that subconscious be coming through.
Right.
All the shit you've been suppressing.
Right. I never liked none of y'all.
I do believe that.
By the way, did your sorry ass Giants win? They won, didn't they?
Giants won.
I'm changing the subject. They won.
Yep, that was talking about at the top of the show.
Speaking of drinking.
Yeah, I was about to say, you sound like he had a few. Came in and put his feet up on the table.
I always got a few. You know that it's Sunday, baby, so I'm going to drink. My team won, and we won, and that's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Victory.
Perfect timing, brother. Perfect timing. Hey man, shout out to your squad too, man. We talking about
That was
people.
that was a dope question, man.
Word up, straight up. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, you know
You
what?
don't see Watt in his Giants jersey? Oh, he happy.
Oh yeah, who the fuck is that? 83. That's some old nigga. That
That's me.
ain't Mark. That ain't Mark Bavaro. Who the fuck is that?
Somebody you don't know if you're not down with the Giants.
Oh, I know football. I don't know that number though. Not with
All right,
the Giants.
We'll talk behind the scenes about that. I got this from Mo Lampley. Probably yours.
You got it from Moses? Oh shit.
Yeah, I got this from Mo a long time ago. I got. He gave me because if I got my other jersey, we was going somewhere. Hey man, go take the next one, man. Sitting in a bag. So he let me have it. So
Yeah,
that's
Mike's
another
over
one.
there smoking good. He's smoking lovely over there.
Right. So
cool.
you know what I don't. You
Pape
know what I hate?
lovely.
I hate when people are assholes and the things they do, and people try to excuse them because they say, "Oh, that's just who they are."
Oh, I can't stand that.
Shit.
Yeah.
So-
I can't stand that.
So
But
Yeah, I can't let that ride either. Can't let that ride.
But you gotta kind of know who you're dealing with, so you know that that's the person. So you got to choose whether you want to deal with them or not, because you know
Oh, for
that that's
sure.
how they are.
For sure,
So-
but we can't make excuses for bad
Yeah, I only
behavior.
make
No,
excuses.
no, you can't. But you got to know. Okay, but if you feel that way, just don't deal with the person.
Oh yeah, for sure. If the person
Yeah.
is standing on their square and they bad behavior, then I just won't
Yeah.
mess with them. However,
Exactly.
I'm still not
Exactly.
going to overlook their bad behavior.
It's not
because
that
that's-
easy
No,
all the
no,
time. You can't, because it may be family. You may have to distance the family member.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you
So
kind
you
of
deal
know.
with them with a long handle spoon.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
For sure.
No doubt.
That's
you
what I'm
know
saying.
how
Like
he is,
you
like-
know who you dealing with, so
Yeah,
it's
I
no
got-
excuse.
Yeah.
If he betrays you, you already knew who you was dealing with.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you do
Yeah.
got to give a person, chances. But if they keep on disappointing you, like I give them like
Oh,
2
you only
chances.
get.
They do
you
it that
get two
third
of me.
time, okay, or 2, yeah. Once they
You
fuck
get
with that
2
second
of me.
time, you know
Yeah,
who
I'm
you're
done.
dealing with. So now, if you can't complain no more because you chose to still deal with them because your love,
Yeah.
because your heart. You can't always go with your heart though.
Yeah.
Your heart will fuck you up.
I'm a kind of person, if we, you my peoples, and you got that behavior about you, and you got to be accountable for it,
Yeah.
and because I expect to be accountable for my actions, and
Yeah.
if my accountability is me standing on some shit, but yeah, man, like nah, man, like it's I have a way. It's a way that you got to be respectful and cordial with people, man, that don't deserve anything but that, because that's nothing that's the same shit they gave you. I hate when
Yeah.
people make excuses for people, like, oh, this is how they is, because it gives that person more fuel and shit to be
To continue the bad
Well,
behavior.
yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. Now, if you tell them, yeah, they're gonna be like, okay, well, you already knew I was this way. Yeah. That's different. But I'm saying, but you should, but you should always know who you dealing with.
Accept it.
Yeah, you pretty much accept it.
Can't
Yeah.
accept that shit. Hold
So
on.
you got to know who you're dealing with. So if you keep on giving this person a chance, and you get the same result, that's what insanity, right? As they say.
Yeah, that's insanity.
That may not be insanity. Like I said,
Yeah,
sometimes you
yeah.
gotta deal with people. you
Yeah, I
gotta
went a
deal
little
with a certain
overboard with
way,
insanity,
man.
but
As long
you
as
know
you're
what I'm saying.
aware of what you're dealing with, man, you gotta be aware of what you're dealing with.
yeah, as long as you know.
You can call it insanity. You can just call it being a goddamn fool.
Yeah.
Keep dealing with them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Right.
point I'm trying to make. Like you already know the outcome. So why keep on I trust you this guy.
Everybody plays
Yo.
the fool.
Y'all saw the movie with what was it, Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes? How he kept trusting
Yeah.
him. That was that scenario. But he loved him because he was his brother, so he kept trusting him.
That's
But
what I'm
you
saying.
know-
Yeah. Family
you know he's a
members, shit
fuck
like
up.
that.
You know he's a fuck
Yeah,
up.
Right,
that's
the brother knew that.
That's your brother. You won't
He
keep
ended up
I mean,
killing
that's
him,
your
didn't
brother.
he? Didn't he shoot
I
him?
didn't
Somebody
watch
shot
that.
him at the end.
I didn't get the.
That's
I
a
was
good
gonna-
ass movie.
I was gonna
Yo.
watch that tomorrow, but
Yo, Kevin
Yeah,
Hart
that's a
came
good
through with
movie.
that one. That was a good one from
Yeah, he
Kevin Hart.
did.
He do that.
It was. He came through.
That was
a good
different.
movie.
Yeah. I give him that respect. His stand up ain't that funny to me, but his movies be great.
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart, his comedy is weird. He's a.
Yeah, he not funny
You
stand up.
couldn't listen to him on a tape
his
or
movies
or
are great,
or
though.
audio book, like
Yeah,
a
like-
Fire or something.
Word, like we used to do with like Martin Lawrence and them cats. You remember we had that tape with Martin Lawrence with T Lamp had in the car. We used to ride
Yeah.
to that Martin Lawrence,
I
smoking
remember
weed.
that.
That shit was funny as hell.
Yep.
But you can't really do that with Kevin Hart. Not to
Because
me.
Mike Epps was like that too at one time, but Mike Epps.
Mike Epps funny as hell to me.
He got to stand up together. He wasn't.
His stand up
wasn't
funny
good
to
at
me,
first.
yo.
I think he was.
I
a
like
funny
his stand up better than the movies, in my opinion.
You like his stand-ups better than the movies?
Yeah, he funny as stand up. That nigga funny as hell.
Mike Epps don't make me laugh too often.
When not in the movies, but when he be portraying old people with the change in their pocket.
He repeat the same
They
jokes
fighting.
a lot.
Yeah,
He
do.
repeat the same jokes a lot.
He do that. That's true. That's true.
You know who else is a recycler too? And you gotta be Cat Williams, man. That shit broke my heart. And I understand, you know, you're going to different cities and stuff, but you know, he's a funny
Cat
motherfucker.
funny
man.
to me,
When I
yo.
start hearing it did the
Cat
same
funny as
shit.
hell,
Yeah.
man.
Yo,
Cat-
When Cat
Cat
focus, he
last
funny.
one.
yo, for
Cat
real.
Cat
Focus,
last
he
one
funny.
that everybody dissed was because he was being real. I guess they didn't want the real shit. He was telling
Yeah.
real jokes like about real life. Some people don't like that.
No,
I do.
Nah, Cat funny as hell.
They try
Cat
to
I do.
right. Cat got that.
Funny.
I like that.
You know
shit.
who's never been funny to me?
Who?
Yo,
Steve Harvey.
I like Steve.
Yeah.
I like Steve.
He ain't never made me
No,
laugh.
He's a comedy. Steve was funny, dog. That was
I
the
don't-
funniest shit. in my
I don't
life.
think he's the funniest, but I mean, he made me laugh.
He said. He said.
Yeah,
Balloon.
yeah.
He always remind me of that
His
uncle
ass,
at
yeah.
their family reunion that's trying to make everybody laugh.
Yeah.
And you know what? I get you with that. I understand where you're coming from. Kind of, yeah, because he do kind of go hard with it sometimes.
Who
I
you
get you on
consider
that one.
a comic
He's
genius?
trying
Like,
too hard.
Yeah.
who's in your who's in your?
I
team?
mean, Eddie was
For me-
better. But Eddie only did two, right? Eddie
Hold on,
only
Coop,
really
hold
did
on,
the two
Coop.
comedy.
We talking about all time or just?
this
Or
who's
not.
in your who's in your
I'll
wheelhouse?
just speak.
What's up, Clark the
Eddie
Spark?
Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Chris
Dave
Rock.
Chappelle.
Chris Rock's probably one of my
That
favorites.
was a goat.
And then on like a lower level, I would go Earthquake. Tony
Mm.
Roberts.
funny.
Earthquake slept on.
Yes,
Earthquake
it is,
funny.
dog.
Tony Roberts
Earthquake
out of
funny.
Detroit is funny as fuck.
Tony Roberts.
Tony,
Tony
Roberts.
Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is he? Tony Roberts.
I like
I've seen him
what's his name?
every time he come to St. Louis. I go buy tickets, man. He had me cracking up. He even got on me one time in one show. I
Word.
made him
I
stay
got hit
sit in the front row.
I got tipped by Tommy Davidson one time at the Rascals shit. When remember the Rascals Comedy Club and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like dude that got the controversy from Jersey. He funny to me though, even though it's just dumb.
What's up,
what
Clark
he did.
Spark? He says Steve is not funny. I agree.
Tony Roberts said I look like I
He's
cuss in my
fine.
prayers.
I'm talking about what's his name?
What about women? What about women?
What's his name from
Women,
Jersey?
for
man?
me,
Women comedians.
Yeah.
some more. I like
funniest-
some more.
Some more is the
funny.
best.
Some more.
Some more funny.
I like
yeah,
some
yeah,
more.
I would say some more.
I saw her in House of Blues.
Who else do I like?
Monique, no.
You know who I like? I
Monique
like
is hit and
funny.
miss. She
I
funny,
like Amanda
but she's funny.
Seals.
Amanda Seals. Oh, shit.
I think Amanda
But
Seals
it's,
is hilarious.
I'm gonna tell you who I used to like back in the day. Melody
Every
Camacho.
Spears.
Y'all remember her?
Who's that?
I
Dixon?
remember the name. I just can't
Melody.
remember none of her
Melody
sets.
Camacho.
Melanie Camacho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
she's
Yeah, I
She
know
funny.
you
used to
talking
be
about.
on Def
I remember
Jam.
her. I
Yeah,
remember
Yeah,
her.
she was funny.
Yo,
Hey,
She's
hey,
on with Cat Williams.
but I'm talking about Ari Spears. Ari Spears funny to me, whether y'all like his little that dumb shit he did or not. But
He's
that
all
nigga
right.
funny.
He's not.
Yeah,
He's
he okay.
not.
He's funny
not
to me,
top-
dog.
He's
He
not.
not
top
He's a good
tier.
impressionist.
He's
He's
not
a good
top
impressionist.
He's a
He good
better
at
impressionist
if you
than.
got
Yeah.
you got
He's
HBO
great at
About
that.
it.
if you got
That's
HBO
about it.
Max, watch Amanda Seals
got
like
it.
half-hour special.
Okay.
It's hilarious. Let me ask this. What about white comedians?
Oh man.
They don't be that funny stand up to me, man.
Gary Owen?
Kinda
George,
hard.
Bill
is
Murray.
it
I fuck
Bill
with
Burr?
him.
Yeah.
Bill
I like
Maher's
Bill.
funny? I
George
like,
fucking Carlin,
George-
dude.
George
And-
Oh,
Carlin.
George Carlin is the GOAT to me and white
That's
boys.
it.
George Carlin funny as
Uh,
hell.
Rodney Dangerfield. I like
Oh
him.
man.
Ah, yeah.
Andrew
Rodney
Dangerfield.
was funny.
Hey.
There's a white dude. Hold
Ain't
on.
get no
Hold on.
respect.
But why? Why? I definitely give you George Carlin because he
Carlin
spoke
is
about
a
real shit and he was funny.
That's what you
He
call a
He's a
genius
white
there.
He spoke
dude.
about real shit. He was funny as
There's a
hell.
white dude named
George
Kyle
Lopez is funny as hell
Kinane.
too.
Yeah, George Lopez is funny. Yeah.
He is, but he
I'm
I'm
Puerto
sorry,
Rican.
Taz.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
He's
We
Go
go
ahead.
Taz.
Spanish or
I
whatever,
know.
but he funny. He funny though.
Say
Go ahead,
Taz?
Taz.
I said there's a white dude named Kyle Kinane.
Let me check him out.
Yo,
I have to check him out.
He's on YouTube. He's a crazy. He's like an old pothead dude, but that motherfucker be having
Oh,
me
those are
down.
the best.
That was what's her name? That was George Carlin.
Patrice
George Carlin
O'Neal was a
leader.
good one too.
Oh, Patrice
Oh,
O'Neal was
Yeah, he was
definitely
a good
slept
one. He
on,
definitely
bro.
was a good one.
He got his
Yeah.
flowers after he passed.
Man,
Who
man
that? Carlin?
Hey, RTO.
Patrice.
It's a guy. It was a guy who opened. Me and my wife went to see Chris Rock, right? When he came to the D. That was about a month ago. And it was a white dude who opened for him. And bruh, we were
Nice
dying.
play.
Oh, Gary Owens. He funny.
Not Gary.
Gary Owens is kind of
Gary
funny. Yeah,
Owens
he kind of
funny.
funny. He kind of funny.
Yo.
I'm gonna try to find his name.
I fuck with Bill Maher over Gary, but Gary
Yeah,
cool.
Bill Maher.
What
I
up,
fuck
It
with
ain't. It ain't a lot of
Bill
funny
Maher.
white
I
comedians.
fuck with Bill
Hey,
Maher,
Clark
period.
said Clark said Dice Clay, man. I forgot
Yeah,
about Dice
I
Clay.
fuck
Oh,
with
that's
him.
old school, nigga. That's the
Growing up.
80s.
I
That's
like
the
Bill
80s,
Burr.
That
yo.
shit was fucking hilarious though.
I like Bill Burr. I feel like Bill Maher.
Bill
Bill
Maher.
Maher is like that sarcastic,
I mean,
snide type white humor that I really don't get into no more.
But
Bill
see,
Burr.
tell you what, you know who I feel like about that, Wallace? I feel that way about what's the super famous dude? Seinfeld.
Oh,
This
yeah.
shit's corny
I
to
knew
me.
you was.
Yeah, are you
I
the
knew
show
you was
or
gonna
the-
say that,
But
yo.
it's still self
Corny to me.
depreciating. I like that. I
The
like
show
I
or
like
him as a
Seinfeld.
comedian in itself?
I like Seinfeld.
the show
But-
was
I can't
That's
get
what I'm
it.
saying. It's like certain people are funnier when they on like a movie or TV series, and certain people are funnier on stand up.
Dixie,
That's
you
my
talking
argument with
about
like-
him as a comedian as himself or the show? No.
Yeah, that's what I'm
God damn
saying.
it.
It's a difference. It's a big difference.
See, I fuck with the show. I don't fuck with him as a comedian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I definitely fuck with the show.
To me, Kevin Hart ain't funny stand up, but he's funny on movies and stuff
Yeah,
like
that
that.
nigga ain't funny in either or for me. I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah, he funny.
He lost that shit. Like,
And, and then for me,
but
Mike Epps is funny stand up, but he's not funny in movies. He's somebody he tried.
I think
too
it was
hard
the
in
opposite.
I prefer him in movies over stand up. I seen
know,
him
that nigga ain't funny to you?
way earlier.
Not funny to me.
That
man.
nigga talking about white boys and shit where they get bombed. Oh, come on. Y'all ain't watch. Y'all ain't watch this
I seen him maybe like 2003 when
That
he
nigga got
just
white
started
boys
the
down
stand up
pat.
shit,
Hold on.
and that shit was yeah.
He got white boys down pack. He got old men down pack. He funny with all that shit.
And if I want to impersonate this, I'll go mess with that dude that did what's that dude to play on Saturday Night Live?
That's all he could do though.
Jay
That's all he
Farrell.
could do.
That's what
That's
I
all
mess
Jay
with, man.
Farrell. I know you're talking about. That's all Jay Farrell could
That's
do.
my
though.
impressionist right there.
That's
Aries
it, though.
is only a second fiddle, well, but
You know
Jay
what?
Evans
Farrell-
could do that and more though.
Till
think
Jay
it's-
came around. Once Jay came around, he kind
Yeah,
of
Jay
took
shut
that
that down.
down.
I think it's
But
more.
can I tell y'all,
difficult.
Howie
Right.
Mandel was funny as hell, yo.
Howie man,
Blowing
Yeah.
that damn balloon
I remember the
over his
name.
head as a kid watching him.
Bobby's World.
Yeah,
Yo.
I remember the name. but I can't remember his face though. I remember the
America's
name.
Got Talent dude. The
Yeah,
bald
he
head
on
dude.
American, right.
Yeah.
Eddie
Has the
Griffin. Eddie
severe
Griffin was funny.
OCD.
Oh, don't
Eddie
forget
Griffin
that.
was
Oh,
funny
yeah.
as
Griffin,
hell.
yeah, you're right.
Definitely had his
Absolutely.
run.
Oh, Eddie Griffin was funny as hell. Yeah, Eddie Griffin.
Absolutely.
He a dude. He's allowed at everyone's barbecue.
He was
shit,
real
you know?
too.
He'll be
He was
funny.
funny on some real shit.
End of the night, he's roasting people all
Yeah.
day.
Eddie
It's
Griffin
a
was
lot
funny
more
as hell.
difficult to
he
do
had
5 minutes of stand-up comedy than people think it is.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
the
know
hardest shit to
warm-ups.
ever do.
Ain't no
Eddie-
warm-ups.
Shit, think about the ones who do an hour. Shit.
Oh,
Right.
hey,
I
I
mean,
feel.
it's
Right, go
a
ahead,
series
boss.
of jokes. It's a series of jokes. Like
What about the African dude? I forgot his name, man.
you got a
Oh,
whole
Michael
bunch. You got a
Blackson.
whole bunch
He
of
alright.
categories.
Yeah. No.
He's not.
Well,
He's not.
yeah.
I
that
wouldn't pay
funny.
to see him.
and
I wasn't. I wasn't talking about him,
Nah.
but he funny to me too. I was talking about the other dude. I can't think of his name. He played
What
on Soul
African?
Plane. Playing on Soul Plane. He don't sound African, but
You
he's
talk-
African.
fucking the old Sprite dude.
Did he play? I don't remember.
Michael Blackson.
Nah, that's not what I'm talking about.
He know who I'm talking about. I could tell he hype about it.
You said he still got dreads. He be on.
No. He don't have dreads. He's
Doug.
African though.
Dougie.
He got a
Dougie
podcast.
Doug.
No.
Nah,
Dougie Doug is whack.
That dude ain't
He-
African.
He wasn't even funny.
I'm talking about dude who be on.
He was on Soul Plane. Remember he played on Soul Plane. He was the pilot that. He was a pilot on Soul Plane.
Godfrey. You talking
Godfrey?
about Godfrey?
Godfrey?
Yeah. Y'all don't like Godfrey?
I
He
fuck with
okay.
Godfrey.
Yeah,
I
right,
fuck
Fuck with
yeah.
Godfrey, yeah. That Godfrey. I
Godfrey.
mean, I never just sat there and
Right.
watched his stand up like that to
Okay.
really give a.
Yeah,
I
opinion
watched one or
on
two.
stand-up.
It wasn't
When he-
trash. It was okay.
Clark,
when he
That's what I'm
do his
saying. He's
fucking-
decent to me.
Clark said DC Curry. Forgot about DC
Yeah,
Curry.
hell yeah, nah. He a goat. He a
Especially
OG.
back in the day.
Curry,
Back in the
yeah.
day, yeah, you're wrong.
Curry.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
golden age of black comedy,
Right.
Curry was involved, and I feel
If
like
you
in the
was
for
golden
sure.
age, the golden age of black comedy was the Def Comedy Jam time. Now, shout out to Richard Pryor,
Comic View.
Murphy, all them, but that's when it just kind of
It was
I agree with that.
accessible.
I agree
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I used
Def,
to
Def Jam
Def
and
Jam,
Comic View.
View.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was like
Comic
View.
that was the
Yeah.
shit.
Yo.
That whole era.
I
that
used to
whole
watch
era.
that.
Hate cats.
Sid
I watched
Entertainer.
that faithfully. I watched that
Who-
faithfully.
who-
Def Comedy.
who was
I was
your-
with my little girl. We was y'all know Nikki. We used to be in there watching Def Comedy Jam like about every Friday. That was my shit, yo.
I
Nikki
like
from Neptune. Peace, baby.
Oh, yeah. What up, Nikki?
Yo,
I miss.
you wildin', man. Shut up, man. Yo, don't drink no more, man. Oh, yo, you flag, man. You flag. Nothing else, man.
And he used what you did earlier, Coop,
Peace.
and the beat
Peace.
tape.
You going? Don't go nowhere. Hey,
To the beat tape.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that
Yo.
content.
let's go. All right,
Which one?
Yo.
all right. So let's start. Let's go ahead and get this bracket done. So we have how many people on the panel here? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6, 7. 1,
Get
2,
that in
3.
a minute.
Everybody gets to pick. You have 2 icons, hip hop icons, those who changed the landscape of the genres, those who have the highest impact when you think of the music genre, meaning hip hop, R&B, anything in that realm. You get 2 people to pick. We're gonna put them in a bracket. We're gonna randomize it, and then we're gonna debate them. After that, actually, you know what? You get 1 pick. You get 1 pick. 1 pick. So 1 pick only, because we're running out of time. So you pick your icon. We put the icon in the bracket. We debate it. We vote, and then we move on. At the end of the bracket, we'll have a clear-cut winner. So take a couple minutes. Think about a music icon, someone who had an effect on our genre, meaning hip hop, R&B, and in that realm. Neo soul.
Matter.
Does it have to be an artist?
That's
No,
how-
it does not have to be an artist. It does
That's
not
what-
have to be an
About
artist.
to ask.
Oh, it could be a producer.
Be any if you feel a producer
it's
has
in
a high
hip-hop.
impact, it's in the hip hop
Okay.
R&B,
Shit.
then they get the vote. All right.
Okay.
So take a couple minutes. If anyone is ready to go, you can go ahead and blot out which one you want to do.
I
Kinda
got my
hard, but
pick.
okay.
I got
Got
my pick.
mine.
If you-
All right, here you go. Go ahead.
Russell
Who's
Simmons.
first?
Okay.
I got Dr. Dre. He
Hold on, give me a
changed.
sec. Give me a sec. One time. I gotta take this
Game over with Russell Simmons. Shit.
in. Let's keep. Let's
I think I know what Wallace gonna say. I need to go before
I
Wallace.
got
Go ahead, Artio. Hold on, one at a time. Who you got, Artio? I gotta type it
who
in.
next?
Drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly who I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I do. That's why I want to go ahead of your ass.
All right. Coop, who you got?
Good one.
I was gonna say Drake, but Dr. Dre changed the whole East Coast, the whole West Coast. He
That's
gave him a
a good
whole
one.
different sound.
All right,
Gotta
Rich.
be Dr. Dre.
I said Russell Simmons. That was mine.
Do we vote to
Russell.
put Russell in? Because I think
I got one.
Okay.
I know that's probably going. I mean, I'll pick
I'm
somebody else. to be fair.
gonna pick a wild card,
Okay.
and this ain't based off of talent. This is based off of his way of doing business, the type
You
of
know,
deals
what you
he
copping
chose.
pleas for? You copping all these pleas?
No, listen, it's
You
gonna
ain't
make
even
sense when I
ask you.
say
You
it.
didn't even refute it or nothing.
That's why I'm gonna argue it now, so I ain't gotta argue it later.
All right, go ahead, Dixie.
Because now everybody independent, but he did it before it was cool. Master P.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what? Come on.
facts.
Hey,
Oh.
there's a lot there, brother.
Oh,
I give P that. He ain't over who I said, but yeah, I give him that. He definitely
All
got impact.
All right, well, who's next? Coop, you already got yours. Who we got? We still got some slots open. Rod.
I'm gonna say people may disagree with it, but and I'm copping pleas now. But in terms of the art form and being an MC, I'm gonna say Run from Run DMC.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
I can
one more.
respect that.
I got one. I got one.
Is it like wow?
Soldier.
Can I have two?
Soldier Boy. Good one, Rich.
That's a good
Ah.
one. That's a good one, Rich.
Real
Rich,
good
Rich,
one.
Rich.
It's actually a
Dad.
good one. I can't done.
Soldier Boy is everybody daddy right now. They just
Right.
don't want to admit it.
They don't.
But hey, why can I have another wild card?
Yeah, give me. I'm gonna get Clark. Gonna get in. I'm gonna give
Okay.
Pete Rock. Clark got Pete Rock.
Okay.
Give me
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pick this guy because he changed the way everybody raps. Rock him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
that.
Rakim.
that
I was-
shit.
I was gonna
definitely
say
that.
I
I
got
was
one
gonna
more
say that.
slot. Who needs to
I
go?
want to.
Well, first of all, I didn't go,
Taz.
and whoever
Taz.
said
Go
Rakim,
ahead.
get it out my head, because I was gonna say Rakim.
I'm sorry.
so-
I'm sorry,
Let's
sweetie.
see.
Nope, you
No,
good.
there's nothing but love
You
for
good.
you.
So how about we'll give
Rakim.
Monica Rakim? We'll give Monica Rakim.
All right,
And,
let Monica have Rakim.
okay.
I just want to make
Who
sure
got
he
that?
got his due.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
Damn thief.
Who you got, Taz?
I got another one.
Hold on,
I got two, but I gotta go with one.
Come on.
I got Pun.
I forgot.
Who?
Big Pun.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
All
like that.
Pun.
right, I
Then
got
we're
8
gonna
slots. I
start
got
rapping.
Drake, Coop. I got Dr. Dre, Dixie, Master P, Rod, Run from Run DMC, Rick, Soldier Boy, Clark, Pete Rock. Oh, hold on, Clark.
Shit.
He-
Russell Simmons and Soldier Boy. It's hard to beat that shit.
Okay, if someone,
someone say-
I could do
Yeah.
10. If someone can give me 2, I got.
Did
who
someone
got one?
say? Did someone say
Jermaine
Cool Herc?
Dupri. Jermaine Dupri.
Someone say Cool Herc?
Cool Herc?
KRS.
No. Cool Herc?
Man,
Jermaine Dupri.
I mean,
though. He-
Eddie Riley.
Yeah, I say
we gotta
Teddy.
put Teddy
Teddy
in there,
had
dog.
he
I
had
put
his
Teddy
own
above
genre.
Jermaine.
Yeah,
That ain't
I'm
hip
gonna
hop.
put Teddy and Cool Herc.
nah, that's most definitely hip hop.
Teddy Riley.
Teddy,
Hell yeah.
Nah.
Shit, he did the fucking
hip hop and R&B is fucking.
R&B, yeah. R&B.
All
yeah.
right, so
Hip hop and R&B is
Teddy Riley did a
together.
whole bunch of rap
Shantae.
records.
so I think
Right.
in eras.
Yeah, but he ain't
Roxanne
changed
Shantae.
All right.
I think
so,
in
He ain't
eras.
changed shit though.
okay, so I got Drake, Dr. Dre, Master P, Run from Run DMC, Soldier Boy, Pete Rock, Rakim, Big Pun, Cool Herc, and Teddy Riley.
Happened to Russell.
Roxanne Shantae. I got another one.
Maybe you could. I don't know
Some
Put
Pepper.
about
Russell in there. I forgot
Salt
Russell.
and
We'll
just keep it, whatever.
put Russell for Cool Herc, so that'd be 10. So that was.
I thought Russell was in there already. Never
no,
mind.
he
Fuck
wasn't.
that. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Russell. R-U-S. No Jay-Z in it? All right.
Nah,
Okay.
he just run.
I want to change. Can I change Run, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I change Run? Can I change Run into Marley Marl, please?
Ooh.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
real.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
good
a good
shit.
one.
Good shit. Good shit. Good shit.
Now,
Okay.
can
Yeah,
I give
everybody
people a history lesson?
Come
Oh,
on.
shit.
The last time we did this like 4 years ago.
Right.
The last
Yeah.
time we did this, Salt and Pepper won. I just want to say that.
How the fuck did? Okay.
Yeah, you.
But what was the list though? Who did we have in the list? If Salt
We
Pepper-
Push
had-
it one. Push it.
I can tell you, we
Yeah.
had way more people than we do now. We didn't start with 10. We started with like 50 people, and then we got to the
Okay.
end. Salt and Pepper won the fucking
They read the
tournament.
I don't see. I don't see.
Grandmaster Caz,
that.
Digger Hurt, what it do, man? Melly Mel, he gave birth to all the aggressive sounding MCs.
Can I throw Digger Hurts in there for like being influential with the
Man. All right, I'm gonna go 12, man. So I'm gonna get Digger Hurts. I'm gonna give him Melly Mel.
Damn, I probably should have said Ice-T because they say he the father of gangster rap. I probably should have said him.
All right, I need one more.
Ice-T, the father of gangster
Ice
rap.
T.
They say the father of gangster rap. That's what they say.
Okay, that's it. Now we're closed. Okay, so we have Ice T, Melly Mel, Marley Marl, Soldier Boy, Pete Rock, Drake, Big Pun, Riley, Rakim, Russell, Dr. Dre, Master P. Let me scramble them up. And we'll go to the first. We'll go to the first one. All right. So, damn, they're gonna cancel each other. I can't do that. No, this gotta be shit.
put something shock in there.
Mister.
Niggas how to be garbage and shit.
Okay, so the first preliminary we got Big Pun versus Melly Mel. Big Pun, Melly Mel.
I love Pun, but I
Melly
gotta
Mel.
go Melly
Gotta go
Mel.
Pun all day, man.
Melly Mel.
Yeah, I got
When it says Melly
I
Mel,
mean,
it says
I mean,
Big
it's-
You kind of have to go
listen,
with
we
Melly
this
Mel.
we're not like if we asking who's the better MC, we saying Pun,
No.
but if we talking about
sure.
impact,
Impact.
influence, and what they
sure.
did for the culture,
Yeah,
I gotta give it
yeah,
to
he
Melly
didn't-
Mel.
Now,
Yeah,
what I
Melly Mel
will
does.
say for Big Pun, above the lyrical part, what he did for the modern Latinx movement or Latino movement in hip hop, I feel him. But Melly Mel,
Yeah.
I don't
Man,
get. I
there is
get
no
Melly
Big Pun
Mel.
without Melly Mel.
Yeah, I get that.
True.
I get don't. Yeah, I get the Furious Five. I get all that.
right?
But Pun did something. You don't gotta see. I get it from a different field because Pun put Puerto Ricans on the map.
He
Fat
did.
Joe
He
was
did
there,
that.
but
All
Pun
due
made
respect.
us platinum. Pun was the one who made us feel like, yo, we fucking belong.
I feel you.
In
I
the
feel
modern
you.
age of rap.
I feel you.
The modern
But
age
it
of rap,
would-
because Puerto Ricans had a lot to do with the inception of hip hop.
Exactly.
True, very true.
Exactly. But Taj, but without what Melly Mel's contribution, you would have never heard Pun.
True. That's what I'm not knocking that at all. But you know what I'm saying?
That's
They-
what makes him win. He wins that
You know what
battle.
I'm saying? That gives him the edge because he was there first. But when it comes to like hitting them,
Yeah, when it
lyrics,
comes to
man,
MCing, it's not even a
Yeah,
competition.
like-
Like,
No, that ain't
like,
close. That's very
it's not even
close.
close.
that was the only
We know
reason I
Pun was
started
lyrical as
rhyming,
fuck.
like,
He lyrical as fuck. We know that.
Hey, see me hustle.
It's
said
hard
the
to beat
network,
Pun
baby.
lyrically.
Right. As far as impact, I get that he did Pun as far as that, but we looking at exception. Melly Mel. I mean, they could go. I mean, it's two different
two
generations.
different genres, man.
Two different.
Not genres, but
I
decades.
got what you're saying. I get you.
I get it.
But you know, Taz could have took. I mean, not Taz. Big Pun took it and he did. But Joe was out there doing. Joe was out there doing his shit too. But
Yeah,
not
Joe
on the
was
scale of
digging in
Pun.
the crates before. He was down.
Fat Joe was that real
Pun was
nigga.
the
Yeah.
one who like who hit it like, you know. I don't know, man. It was
Pun
just
took
a
it to
different
another
feel
level.
when
He
Pun-
did.
Yeah, and then lyrically, like, yo, there was nobody who was spitting like Pun when he
No,
came.
nobody was fucking with Pun.
Nah, and then Pun. Fat Joe admitted Pun taught him how to rap. Like he improved his skills.
Yeah, he
improved.
did. You
Yeah.
can tell.
It's a
All right.
definitive
You
line
definitely can tell
between
Okay.
the Fat Joe before Big Pun and after. Because
Yeah,
before
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
right.
definitely can
Right.
tell.
All right, you can
Yeah.
tell.
wreck it, watch while I wreck it. Such
All right.
I got a
Good.
flow, Joe. You got a flow,
Right.
Joe.
Yeah.
You got a
Absolutely.
Guys,
flow.
we're gonna have to get along. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
take the vote. Let's take the vote and we'll move on from that. Let me reschedule, restart on this too. Give me 2 seconds here. Sorry to interrupt y'all. We got to vote. We got a lot to cover. Hold on real quick. Come on, you damn thing. Today. Come on. Okay, so let's open it up with hold on. Shit, man. Why now? Okay, I'll open it up with Taz. Who you got? You got Pun.
Yeah, you know I got Pun.
Ricks, who you got?
Melly Mel.
Melly Mel. RTO.
Melly Mel.
Melly Mel. Monica.
Melly Mel.
Melly Mel. Dixie.
White lines.
Damn, you brought me back. I gotta say, I'm sorry, Taz, but I gotta say Melly Mel because you know
What it is, man, it's ended up in the wrong bracket. So, oh shit, I started talking. So, Melly Mel gets to move on to the next one. And let's go to the second one. So he gets to win. All right, so next one we have Ice-T versus Soulja Boy.
Oh wow, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious, man.
Hilarious.
I don't know how to even judge that.
That's real shit.
Oh, the
That's
irony.
crazy.
That's ironic.
Wow.
For
We're
real.
talking about so we talking about let's define the terms again. We talking about
Impact
influence.
Impact, yeah, impact.
and influence.
Woo!
Hey.
Okay. Here's why. All right, I'm gonna make
That's a
this
little
quick.
different when you say that.
Okay,
Put it
first
that
of
way.
all, it is splitting hairs between who created gangster rap between Ice-T and my man over in the East Coast. His name
Yeah.
escapes me right now.
Schoolie D.
Cooley D. Because they both were out around the same time.
Philly.
And some people made the argument that Cooley D was first. All right. That was standing. Soulja Boy.
No, wrong.
What?
I'm not even gonna let you say that. Ice-T admitted that 6 a.m. used Schoolie D on PSK.
Okay. All right. There you
He
go.
used his cadence because he
All right.
heard that record.
Okay, all right. So we know who influenced too, or where gangster rap really came from. However, then let's talk about Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy turned the game on his ear. He not only influenced how everybody does music now, as far as putting their music out.
Right.
He influencing us right now. Where the fuck are we right now?
We're online.
On what?
On the internet,
On what?
man.
Yeah.
On what?
Real shit, Dixie.
You fucking
Yeah.
tube. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm going with Soulja Boy on that.
Right. We
And
have to get,
everybody dissed that young man, and I probably did too. But
Because he was white,
Yeah.
but he influenced the
no,
young
but
people.
as far as his vision and creating
This
new ways to
generation.
put
Yeah.
music out,
Yeah, yeah.
man,
That was-
he everybody daddy. He
that
all
was-
everybody daddy.
Yeah.
He showed
Boy.
niggas.
Yeah.
He damn sure showed niggas.
right.
I'm going Soldier Boy.
All right. Any RTO? You.
That's
Oh yeah, you're okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got you.
Soldier Boy got more influence.
All
He
right.
got motherfuckers. He had motherfuckers on the ringtone shit.
Right.
he-
Oh,
he-
we got
I forgot about the
that.
ringtone
Dude.
shit.
Yeah,
Word
I
up.
forgot about that.
Cool.
See, right now we dealing with more current shit, but okay. I guess I gotta say Soldier Boy.
I can't. I'm looking at it from before them. and I'm
Overall
thinking-
impact, man. You gotta look at
Yeah,
it
Yeah,
overall.
because
gotta give it
because
Soulja
all the points he just made, he made all the right points. I
Yeah,
have to
that-
say Soldier Boy, even though I gotta give Ice-T his props because they give him.
For
they
sure.
say he was
You ask me
provocation.
which one I'm more of a fan of, I'm going Ice-T all
Right.
day.
we're-
Yeah,
Sunday.
exactly. But
he said
Impact,
IT
yeah,
from
I say
Jersey,
Soulja Boy.
anyways. You're right. IT.
Yeah,
is
he's from Jersey. Yeah, he is from Jersey.
Not the-
But I gotta give it to Soldier Boy when he made his points.
Okay. Ricks.
Yeah, I mean, I picked Soldier Boy, so.
Right. You're right.
You did.
Rod.
You got to go with it.
Right. You got Rod.
I'm gonna say Ice-T.
Okay.
Okay.
Ice-T. Taz.
E.
Okay. Ice-T
gotta
too.
go with Ice-T,
Monica,
man.
did you vote? Monica,
Yo.
what you got?
He did hit.
I voted.
Who'd you vote? Soldier Boy.
Oh, we on that. Yeah, I'll take Soldier Boy.
All right. Soldier Boy gets it 5-2. It was the timing. Clark the Spark made a point. He said it was timing with Soldier Boy. He took advantage of the available
Right.
technology.
He did.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
y'all forgetting one thing: colors.
The big colors.
The biggest
Colors.
Colors.
Y'all forget that.
And we had with
That
that,
was
we
big.
had
That
a
was
look
big.
Don't
into
forget
what
that,
they
nigga.
was doing through on the West Coast. And we're like, wow,
He was talking about the gang shit. Colors.
wow.
Let
We
me
Colors.
say this about Ice-T. Ice-T contributed to the hardness of commercial hip hop. Like we could say
Yeah.
gangsta rap, but the willingness to cross that line and be explicit was something that Ice-T championed
He
at
did.
the same
He
time
did.
as Two Live Crew did.
He
That's
did.
why I said it, because that is like, I hate to say it, that's like a hallmark of commercial hip hop is cussing
right.
Yeah.
and not being
And-
something that the radio can easily access.
Right,
So I
right.
felt like that's more indicative of the genre than what happened on the internet. Because Clark, right?
True.
YouTube is the biggest media platform in the history of the planet.
Mhm.
He was
So
he
it was
was
gonna be
the
somebody.
first
It
rapper
was gonna
in
be
movies?
somebody.
Was he the first rapper in movies?
You know, when he was in
I
New
don't
Jack
know.
City,
He was in
Yeah.
New Jack City. He was.
but he wasn't
Not
first. I
real
mean, the
long.
Fat Boys was in Disorder.
Right, it was in
Oh,
Disorderly.
oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Not even Disorderly. It's Crush Groove. It was
Fat
before
Five Freddy was
Disorderly.
in Wild Style.
True.
You know, all that. So, but yeah, that's big. That's important though.
Yeah,
That's a
they
good
were playing
argument,
themselves,
though. Serious
though,
role.
man.
He wasn't
They
playing
were playing
himself.
themselves.
He wasn't
That's a good
playing
argument,
himself.
man.
So I feel where you're coming from. That's major.
Yeah.
That's why I put Ice-T out there because
Hey, well, that was a good pick though, man. I mean,
Can't
that was a
forget
real good
Ice-T.
pick. All right, the next one we're going into is Dr. Dre versus
Nobody's beating this nigga. Nobody.
Marley Marl.
Marley Marl versus who?
Marley
Dr.
Marl
Dre.
Marley Marl
versus
already went.
Marley Marl.
He already
Marley
went.
Marl.
He already went. You
I'm
can't
going
break
with
it back.
Marley Marl.
Come on now.
Marley
y'all-
Marl
He
versus
already
who?
go.
Dr. Dre.
Let's put our
I
coach
thought he already
biases to the coach
Okay.
biases to the side.
I may be
I thought he
Okay.
already went.
No, they haven't. Hey, okay. This is how I see this.
I'm with Dr. Dre.
I'm a huge Marley Marl fan. He changed the way music sounds, like with the break beats, all of that. But Dr. Dre did something different, not just with music.
Hmm.
Fella.
He did something with music sonically, like the way you hear music sonically, like engineer ear. You know, Wallace knows what I'm talking about.
It's called Tales of the Jedi.
I'm gonna have to go with Dr. Dre. I love Marley Marl. If it weren't for, I wouldn't even be making beats if it weren't for Marley Marl.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go with Dre.
Yeah.
From the chat, Clark and Spark said he birthed so many ninjas. Digger Hurt said Marley Marl gave birth to every producer.
Yeah.
He did, including Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I'm like, shit. Shit, he had
Marley Marl
Dre
was
on the
chopping.
brakes.
Marley Marl was
Hey,
chopping.
Marley Marl still sounds like this shit still make your face turn up.
Pete Rock, Digger Hurt said Pete Rock, Dilla, Digger Hurt, etc. Okay, let's take the votes. RTO.
Marley Marl.
All right. Okay, Dixie. You said Dr. Dre.
I'm gonna have to go with Dre, man.
Let's go. All right.
It's hard.
Cool.
Gotta go with Dre. Who think about Marley Marl right now, man? Dre still making shit.
That ain't the point.
Dre.
That ain't the
Dre.
point.
That ain't the point, though. We talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
contribution to the
but
game.
contribute. Yeah, he's still contributing. That's my point. He's still
I
doing
mean,
it. Marley Marl's
I mean,
gone. He's still
Marley
doing
Marl
it.
I bet you Marley Marl's being sampled right now in this very hour. by
All right,
somebody.
but Marley Marl was East Coast. Everybody, I mean, he has a whole. He changed the
I'm
whole
not-
sound
I'm
of the
not
West Coast.
from the. I'm not from the East Coast. I'm from the South.
I
so
am,
can look
and
at
I'm
this
being real.
objectively.
At one point, we wasn't in Rick's and Wide Notice. At one point, we was listening to them niggas. We was watching. We
Yeah,
was
I feel
rocking
you. We were
fucking
big
They
influence on
Clothes.
us, bro. We were.
I
was-
feel you.
Yo,
I feel you.
Biggie.
Close,
But as a-
close.
I feel you. I feel you, cool. But as a producer, I can tell you it's much harder to do what Marley does.
I don't know because I'm not a producer, but
Ask,
At
ask
one point-
Wallace a wide body. Do
Hard
you
to
think?
do.
Do you think you? Is it harder for you to make something of a Marley Marl
I don't know.
style versus a Dre?
I agree
It's-
with you.
Okay.
But Dre started a
Two
whole
skill
new
sets, though.
sound. That's my point.
It's two different
When
skill
you-
sets. It's two different
When you
skill
think
sets.
of the West Coast, who do you think of?
Dre.
Dr. Dre. He
Good
control the
point.
whole West Side.
He brought that whole
different
sound.
skills.
That
set.
whole California, he controls that. That whole gangster sound.
Hey, hold
You
on, y'all.
think
West
of
Coast
Dr.
dude
Dre.
that don't think.
You think of Dr. Dre when you think of the West Coast. That whole sound, straight out of
Dre.
Compton, all that shit
I
is
picked-
Dr.
I
Dre.
picked Dre for
All this
that
Dr.
reason.
Dre.
Right.
But
Hey,
all
I'm
this
getting
Dr.
down to the nuts and bolts of production though.
Right, we're breaking. Yeah,
Not disrespecting Marley Marl, but Dr. Dre, a whole fucking, even now, Game and them talk about him now. That shit is old with Marley Marl. We respect him, give respect to the, but he's still talked about.
Damn, DJ.
Well,
Quick.
I mean,
Dr. Dre has to win that battle because he's still
people
talked
that
about.
making beats based off what
And he's
Marley
old.
over making beats based off how Dre did it.
I like that. Yeah.
Good point.
This nigga still talked about.
All right. So
They
hold-
talk
hey,
about him at Drink
Coop,
Champs. It's a problem. They still talk about this.
Did you
man.
vote? Did
How
you
can you
vote?
put
Coop?
anybody over? You know I already voted. You just want to
Okay,
shut
I'm
me-
sorry. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's move
Think I'm
on.
drinking,
I
you want to
said
shut me
Dre.
up.
I said
Rick-
Dre.
Like, yo,
Rick, who you got?
Still talked about.
man. Marley Marl.
Got Marley Marl,
Marl,
Dre. Okay,
Marley
we're at a
Marl.
tie. No, almost at a tie. We're down 3-2. Rod, who you
I
got, brother?
could be biased. So.
I got Dre.
he buys.
Oh.
I
And
got Dre.
who else? Monica, you there? Taz, who you got?
Marley Marl.
Let's go Dre.
Wait a minute. Who you got? Taz?
I
Go
told you
Dre.
what I got.
All right, Dre got it, man. Dre got it. That was a good one.
He
5-3.
has to have it,
About
man.
Slim
He
Edge.
got to.
Can I say
All
this
right.
about Dre?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Dre, we can talk about what happens at the inception at the beginning. We can talk about that as a matter of influence. Or are you able to continue to manipulate the landscape? Dre went from NWA
That's where Marley falls short.
to
Mm.
Eminem to 50
Thank
Cent
you, brother.
to
Thank you.
Kendrick Lamar to whatever else he want to do.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yes.
And so the influence continue to go through. It's Dre all day, man. Much love to Marley Marl, though.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Next
Thank you.
fight. Next match. Pete Rock versus Teddy Riley.
Ooh.
Rock-
Pete's my
Have it
favorite. Pete is without
on,
a doubt
Pete
my
Rock.
favorite sample-based producer of all time. Like his shit's just incredible, man. But that's one genre where Teddy had hit records for years in two different genres.
Yeah, I'm with
I gotta go Teddy. And he had his own style. He had a style. He had a genre.
He
of
had his
own.
own
New Jack
genre.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta
I'm
go
going with
Teddy.
Teddy too. I'm with you.
Yeah.
My game coming on, bro. So you know I'm gonna go off.
We good?
Teddy
Teddy.
for me.
Teddy. Teddy. I'm with Teddy.
Steady.
Damn.
We talking about
Teddy got
hip-hop?
too many hits.
Yeah.
Too many hits.
Teddy Riley. Anybody?
think- I
What?
say Pete. I'm gonna go with Pete.
Okay.
Is it just hip hop?
Wallace
No.
daring to be different tonight.
Hip hop R&B.
Here's why.
Okay, well if it's both, it got
I
to be
think-
Teddy.
Pete Rock created the blueprint for East Coast hip hop in the early 90s, production wise.
I can agree with that. Him along with Premier. I agree with that.
So when I think about influence, I think about how many people follow you.
Yo, all they want to do is boom and zoom.
You create an era.
Teddy had fucking Jam and Lewis trying to sound like him.
Yo, but
Who
yo,
else in
and Teddy.
hip-hop- Wait, who else
Go
in
ahead,
hip
go ahead.
hop? Who else in hip hop wanted to sound like Teddy Riley? Jermaine Dupri?
Jermaine Dupri.
Not in the beginning. Jermaine Dupri was
see,
sample based.
In hip hop, I wouldn't say nobody was trying to sound like him in hip hop, but R&B, everybody was copying his style. Everybody.
But we
And
talking
he,
about hip-hop.
all I want to do is zoom, zoom,
But-
and a boom, boom. That's it, man. Shake,
I mean,
shake,
the man,
shake up.
but the man produced the fucking show, man. Come on. Dougie Fresh and
Gotta give it
Slick
to him.
Rick.
Clark
I give
said
you that.
Pete created the remix.
Yeah,
And
you
He
gotta
did. He did.
I like Pete. We all like Pete, but nah.
He made
not
the
over Teddy.
greatest hip hop beat of all time. They reminisce over you. That's the
But
greatest hip hop
it's
beat
one
of all time.
Cortez
That ain't
Smith.
hey, that ain't even my favorite Pete beat, but that's
That's
is
Rick
the
shit though.
definitive
Rick's used to
of
love that
hip-hop.
shit. I remember, nigga.
That's my shit. That's definitely
Pete,
that's
that
one
old
of
Tennessee
my-
shit. Your family from.
It's Pete,
I remember
man.
that nigga. Your family from Tennessee. They used to play.
Pete,
He had another
Pete probably
Tennessee
wins
song.
against anybody else but Teddy Riley.
Good point.
Anybody?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not beating Teddy. It ain't beating
Cortez Smith, welcome. He said Teddy Riley sound influenced the
Teddy.
South.
Yeah, Teddy.
Ooh,
Teddy.
that's
the man.
I like that assertion.
That's Teddy.
I like that.
Teddy got
I don't
that.
agree.
Yeah.
Well, no, I do agree.
Teddy produced the show. He produced that record for Big Daddy Kane. That was a hit record.
Teddy
He
produced the
that
show,
record.
the hip hop shit. He produced that.
He did Kumo D's. Did he do Wild Wild West? Did he produce that?
I don't.
I think he
know. I don't know. I didn't think it was that
I
old.
think
Like,
he
he had
did.
some. He had some hit records on the rap on both
Talking about
sides.
Kumo D,
that's
the
hard to
Wild
do.
Wild West. He did that.
Yeah, he might have. I have to go back and look at the credits,
I
but
think that's kind of old, bro.
old or
that's
not,
Teddy.
it's a hit record, man.
Nah, but I don't think he did that though, bro. That was what.
Wild
that
Wild
heavy
West
D
ain't
shit?
too far away from the show.
All that heavy D shit.
Yes, it is, nigga. That Wild Wild West old as hell. That's the
like
80s.
far away from the-
That's in the 80s, bro.
Yeah,
The
the
show
show
in the
is
80s.
too.
The show was not the 80s.
The
Shit,
show-
that
The
was
show was the
The
80s.
show was the
The
80s.
show was the
The
80s, bro.
The show was
Hey,
the
you
80s.
drunk as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
nah,
Hey,
no, the show had Wu Tang on it.
Hey,
Didn't
hold
the
up.
show had
Time
Wu Tang
out.
on it?
Hold on.
The show. Wait a minute.
Teddy Riley did produce. He
Dougie
did
Fresh,
produce Wild Wild
man.
West. He
I
did.
knew it.
He did.
Hey, I knew it.
The show got
Go back to
Wu-Tang
like
on it.
85, 86, man.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of the show.
Kurt says Planet Rock gave birth to the
fuck.
South.
Yo.
That's
Can't
all.
wait.
Riley,
It ain't
Riley,
drunk. I just don't remember.
Hold
this.
up, y'all. Teddy Riley.
Come on, guys.
In
Come on, guys.
1987, he did Keith Sweat's entire debut album.
Ooh,
1987.
yeah. I wanna.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why I give it to him because he did all of that. I don't. Hip hop different.
I
Yeah, he did
want
all of that.
girl.
He did Wild Wild West, the show. I got
Damn,
to
I didn't know he did that.
I mean, Job Done.
Wild Wild West.
I think that was
Wow.
called. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, good argument.
Teddy Riley was with Guy, wasn't he, nigga? That's old shit.
But before he got with Guy,
Guy,
he was
he
a
was
producer.
right.
Oh, he did that
Yeah.
before he
Yeah.
got with Guy. Oh, okay, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
moving along. Let's go, Ricks. We got. Did you go yet, Ricks?
How do you hear that?
I
Wu-Tang
didn't vote.
first
I'm gonna
on the
go
show?
with Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley, it is. RTO, did you vote?
Oh fuck, man.
Taz,
Hold on, I was about to vote.
you got RTO. What
Riley
you got?
versus who?
Pete Rock.
Teddy Riley.
Okay. Teddy Riley gets the vote. Rod.
P Rock.
Pete Rock.
Much love with this hip
Dick-
hop conversation.
All right, Monica.
Look at the discography.
These rap
Monica,
niggas,
can you
they
hear
wanna
me?
go very-
Who you got, Teddy Riley or Pete Rock?
Teddy Riley.
All right, Riley.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so Riley wins it, man, but a good showing, Pete Rock. Your contributions are not overlooked. All right, moving along, we got Master P going against Melly Mel.
Man,
Mm.
again, let me insert why I picked P, because at the time P came out, nobody was talking about owning their masters. Nobody was talking about owning their publishing.
Preach,
Nobody
brother.
was talking about 80-20 deals. At the best back then, the New York
still the first
artists
round?
had.
This is second. This is P got a first round bye.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
Happened to Russell.
at best, the other people had joint ventures, 50-50 deals with their distributor. P came in the game with an 80-20 deal on this masters, on this publishing, screaming I'm independent when everybody else is signed to these majors and these fucked up deals. And now everybody's independent. You know, that's why I picked it. He was ahead of his time from the business standpoint. Now, talent and the way the music sound, you know, you can give or take that. But with the business part, he definitely influenced the game.
Digger, can you give me an argument on Melly Mel, please? You can hear me.
It should have been Russell Simmons and Peter.
Yeah,
It was randomly chose.
Randomly picked.
Yeah,
the
they didn't
weapon.
want to put Russell.
But that
We'll be
would
here all
have,
day
but
trying to
Taz, I
argue.
feel you.
That would have been a better argument.
That would have been a better
Yeah.
argument. Yep.
Yeah.
But ain't we still on the second? You said we on the second round.
Yeah, you
On
got
the
to buy.
second
Yeah,
round.
but it's still
That's
randomly.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
randomizer, man.
Yeah.
Had to go P.
Okay. All right. So anyone in arguments? Digger Hertz is going to argue his point with Melly Mel because Hertz did pick Melly Mel. You give me why we should pick Melly Mel, Digger Hertz. I appreciate it. Cortez Smith, Planet Rock made the. Oh, hold on. We got a little argument. Well, just.
Melly Mel's the first
on.
doing hip hop with braids.
So Cortez said. Cortez said that the. He said. Teddy. He said. Wait a minute. He said. Bambaataa influenced the South. He said. He did Como D. Digger Hertz said Planet Rock gave birth to the sound of the South. Cortez Smith said not like Teddy did.
What?
Carter Sparks says Teddy produced Kumo D, the whole album, the birth of the New Jack Swing. Cortez said the South took the bass from Teddy Riley, Keith Sweat album. Wow. Digger Hertz said negative. I'm from the South. SP 1200 and 808s. Cortez Smith, Make It Last Forever and I'll Be Sure Night and Day are the best beats known to man. Cortez Smith also said. Digger Hertz said LOL Cortez. Cortez also said
Wow.
I'm talking about the sound, not technology. The Southern sound came directly from the Keith Sweat album. Digger Hertz said Master P.
Not true.
Cortez Smith said Planet Rock made the 808 snare popular, but the South didn't really use it until the Keith Sweat album. Digger Hertz said,
I don't know. I have to argue.
That's correct. That's incorrect.
Oh, what's up?
I have to argue against that because we had a brother by the name of DJ Magic Mike that he was out a little bit before
DJ Magic Mike,
the
they
Teddy.
said.
He was out a little bit before the Keith Sweat album came out, and he sounded like he was coming from Bambaata's camp. You know, that's how his sound was.
You got Digger Hertz.
Hey, let me say this. Being from the South and spending at least about 40 years of my life here, when you talk about the whole, especially the sound that we hear now, which we call trap, which was basically a Memphis originated sound. All those sounds came from the use of 808s and SP 1200s around here. Wasn't no MPCs being used in this area around that time when it was all about SP 1200s. And if you look about the 808 sound, that we was doing that here in Memphis, late 80s, early 90s. If you think about the whole Memphis sound from 90, I'll say 90 till about I'll say 97, 98. It's all you can hear the Bambaataa influence and all of that. So when you say Teddy Riley, nobody was, people understood and knew who Teddy Riley was. But even with the argument about Teddy Riley being a hip hop producer, yeah, he dibbled and dabbled in hip hop and he did the show and all that good stuff. But like Teddy was when you think of hip hop, you don't think of Teddy first. Exactly. Not like you would think about Pete Rock. Pete Rock.
That's true.
It's basically Pete Rock took what Marley Marl did and took it a step further. Same way how when Dilla learned under Pete Rock, he took it a step further. So it's like, but I get the influential part about how because Teddy got his own damn genre, New Jack Swing, and that's R&B. That's R&B enriched. So, but I came on here about the Melly Mel argument, and I would never. The reason why I picked Melly Mel because Melly Mel.
Hurts. I just want to interject real quick about the South. We already had hours, had a sound before that Keith Sweat album came out. So I don't know what my
Oh
man
yeah,
is talking about.
and that's what I was, and that's all I was trying to get the point I was.
We had two live crews already out at the time.
You had
with a sound.
you had two
Yeah.
live crew. You had
He
Shy,
said that
you
too.
had Shy D. You had Shy D. You had
You had Magic Mike, Shy D, Ghetto
Mike,
Boys.
Shy D.
You had the MCAD.
We was even
Like they all had a
we was even
sound.
listening to
Yeah, the
we were
cars
even
that
listening
go
to Esham.
boom.
We was listening to Esham around that time too. so yeah, so
Bunny.
but
He
no,
said-
but I picked Melly Mel. I picked Melly Mel because when I think about all of the MCs from that era, not his era, but I'm talking about like the people who are offshoots, who are offsprings of that whole sound, that Melly Mel sound. And not to mention Grandmaster Caz, well, but specifically Melly Mel from the standpoint of when you hear that booming voice in hip hop, that shit comes from Melly Mel. You think about Chuck D. You think about DMC. DMC is every nigga's favorite rapper was DMC. Ron was cool, but niggas was checking for DMC. DMC had that boom, that voice. That shit came from Melly Mel. And any group you could think of that came after Ron and them, that lineage, the MC with that booming voice, that commanding voice, that came from Melly Mel. That's why I said Melly Mel.
No doubt.
Yeah, and
You think about how LL rhymes. That's Melly Mel.
Melly Mel. From an MCing standpoint, Melly Mel is a god. From a business standpoint, for me, I think P is a god.
But against P, I don't think people are influenced by P business wise as much as they are. I mean, music wise as they are as business wise. I don't think nobody really.
For sure. I said that when I said
Right.
that when I picked him. I don't know if he was on the show yet,
Right.
but I said that the reason I'm picking this guy, not because of his talent, but because of his business talent. He was screaming independent a decade before it was cool to do it.
And that's
Right.
very fair.
Only your
because
masters, only your
Right.
publishing.
And
He was
Yo,
pushing
and
that
that's
way
very
before
fair.
everybody else.
That's very fair because Snoop Dogg said that Master P got him off his deal with Death Row. He said Master P taught him all he know about
Even
business.
better, he said he didn't make no money until he got with Master.
Yeah, until he got with P.
But, hey,
P showed
but,
him a
hey,
lot.
but let me ask you this though, Dixie. The influence of P in today's climate, where are a lot of people? Where are people now in terms of that tutelage or that
This climate shit.
I'm gonna say it's twofold. On one hand, people are more adept to going independent now. However, because of the streaming platforms, they're still taking a major L. You know, either way, independent or major don't matter. So
I mean, there's still motherfuckers out here.
But the idea to even go independent,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's where P come in at.
I mean, look at LaRussell. He doing all that shit independent than the motherfucker.
That alone
Right,
give
but let me
P the
give-
win.
let me-
That give P the win.
Right. Well, let me give you this too. The whole independent game, that's from Oakland shit. That came from Too Short. Too Short was doing, and E40 was doing that shit before.
That was gonna be my argument, Hurts, but he took that shit to the next level.
He took it to another level.
He took that shit to the next level. Because I was definitely gonna mention Too Short, but P definitely
what he learned.
Like this nigga got cereal and shit now.
Yeah. This nigga had a new artist.
Right.
Yo, I moved down here in '98. He had a new artist coming out. Yo, I moved down here in '98. It was a new cat coming out every 2 weeks. And I had to, they forced me to listen to it. They just always tell me,
Oh
man,
yeah,
that-
no question.
I'm not saying he
always
was
tell me,
the originator because the actual originator of an independent ownership of a record label is Sam Cooke. He was the first person to do it. But they weren't really touting it like P did.
P went crazy.
If you had a Source magazine in '98, all his ads at the top said the same thing: independent, black owned.
I
Nobody
went
else
through
was
it.
saying that. You know,
I don't know if any of y'all live in Atlanta. I went through it, man.
No,
Every
I lived
fucking
in
week.
Alabama at the time.
He had a new nigga coming out.
We from I'm from
the
Memphis, man.
South.
Trust me. When I
This nigga was them niggas used to kill me because
I got a homeboy who every week every Tuesday we was at Pop Tunes and Sound Goody buying new No Limit. He was because I wasn't vibing with that. But I'm talking about every Tuesday. We got paid. You know, Friday, Tuesday come around. We at Sound Good. I'm over in the hip hop doing my shit. He's doing his shit.
Hey,
this dude
nigga, I was in the hood. All these niggas want to listen to
I didn't even know what masters and like P brought the topic of owning masters and publishing to the forefront. Like people weren't talking about that openly.
Yeah,
you know?
Cain and Abel. Right. Yeah, motherfuckers, Mel the Shell Shot. All them niggas kept coming out. They kept coming.
Don't even mention
They kept coming out, yo. They kept coming out.
Yeah,
and them niggas tell me
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel, yeah. All that. I know. I lived through this shit. They tell me my shit was blowing. They like, nigga, that New York shit was blowing my high. That was you tell me all the time.
Hey, when the East Coast was focused on first week sales and shit, P was focused on, nah, I want $8 an album. You can have the first week sales. Yeah. Give me my $8 an album. You know, and that's how artists thinking now. You know, they all let me get. Nah, I got to own this.
I'm telling you, I'm bumping hard. That's when Hard Knock Life came out. Still had Clue mixtapes. I'm playing all that shit in my car. Tapes. These niggas like that New York shit be blowing my high, shouting.
It took a long time for a lot of people, you know, down here to kind of like to catch up to a lot of the ill music that was coming out from New York and Philadelphia and all that good stuff. It wasn't, I remember
the masses,
but like
I still played my shit. They had to listen to it. He gonna ride with me.
I mean, like I play everything, man. One day I might be playing Ill Al Scratch, Nas. One day I might be playing Bone Thugs and Harmony. One day
I never understood them niggas. I can't fuck with Bone Thugs. I never understood them. I never understood them niggas.
All right, guys.
Can I say this though? What Dixie said is real profound, bro. When Master P came around, he made even the lingo and discussion about how hip hop is sold, he made it where the layman felt as though it was something that they could do. Because before Master P, it was an exclusivity in music that said, oh, you got to have these explicit connections to get on. Master P came out and said, anybody can do it with the right amount of hustle and the right amount of information. And so Dixie said that. Wasn't it Dixie that said that?
Maybe.
Yeah,
probably.
But I don't know, but
me, that's why I say P, because he did make it where the whole.
Oh yeah, I after all my belly aching, I'm gonna say P as well.
All right, guys. We got to finish.
He just asked me to come defend my point, man. I'm gone now, man. Y'all can have it.
No, man, stick around, man.
Shit.
It's P.
Hey, let's go and take a vote. We got a big bracket to go. All right,
best P against who? Though? Who we talking about?
Melly Mel, man. Melly Mel.
Okay.
So Digga heard you got Master P. RTO, you're up next.
P.
All right, Monica, Skip, Dixie.
Man, I gotta go with P. I nominated.
Right. Bricks.
Master
P. All right.
Master P.
Hey.
All right, P. What about the landslide? We'll go ahead. No need to keep voting.
Master P for me.
All right, Master P gets it. Right. Okay, moving along. Next one here, we got Soulja Boy going against Russell Simmons.
Oh fuck, Russell Simmons.
I'm gonna say Russell Simmons.
Russell.
Anybody who's gonna be
People gonna be biased on that one because he's a little young dude.
It's Russell.
We should. Okay.
Next we have because you don't get Russell. If you don't have Russell Simmons, you ain't got nobody.
Right.
Right.
Nobody.
They all hey, Hurts. They all working at UPS.
Exactly.
We ain't got no rush card. We ain't got no.
With no Russ, you don't get no Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Hey, you don't get Run, you don't get DMC, you don't get JLJ, you don't get nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, you prove your point, Russ.
You don't even get Rick Rubin.
Okay. Well, Russ, you got that, Russ.
Okay. Next one. Your point. Next week, I should take Russ ass out of this.
My bad.
Yeah, I think you need to.
The game was over when somebody nominated him.
Yeah, let's take.
I think take him out. Take him out.
I mean, he can go.
He's gonna make it very biased.
Sub him out.
All right, we'll give Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy has the default win. All right, next one we have.
Nah, man.
Rakim. Rakim.
Russ gonna win because he's in it because he's the beginning. You can't beat that.
Russ is, I think,
He's the
is
Genesis.
like,
It's about who's more influential. Like, say Russ
I
went
don't
up
think you
against
should take
Drake.
him out.
Who's
All right,
more
we'll keep
influential
Russell.
if Russ
Keep
went
Russell.
against Drake?
Everybody
Keep
gonna
him
say
in.
Russ. Everybody
We'll
gonna
keep
say
him
Russ.
in.
Russell stays.
Keep him in.
Russell stays. Okay, next we got
Everybody gonna say Russ.
the guard MC going against
God
Dr.
MC.
Dre.
I'm gonna
That's
go.
Okay.
Now,
Dre.
Rakim
that's hard.
changed the way everybody rapped, but
He
I
did.
still think Dre's contribution was bigger and lasted longer. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
with Dre.
Dre.
All right. Rakim made people step their bars up and bang it, bang it, bang it, bang bangity.
Came through the
Loyal,
door.
but
That's
I'm
it.
loyal.
Before. There wasn't none of that no more.
I'm loyal. Rakim.
Rakim.
All right,
We're going
Cam.
with the God.
All right,
All
so
Yeah, I'm
praise
going
to
let's take a
Rakim,
definitive
too.
vote here. I don't want to get mixed up. So
No.
Dick
And,
Hurts.
and I'm a go ahead.
Hold on. I'll let you
ahead.
speak. Cool. Once you
ahead.
get your. Who you
Go
got? Dick Hurts, Rakim, or Dr. Dre?
I'm gonna say Rakim, and the reason why I'm saying Rakim,
You'll fuck it up.
Rakim took the baton from where, like what I was talking about Melly Mel earlier about the aggressiveness.
Mhm.
Rakim was that he was that
Mm.
change of the guard when he came through. It was smooth and it was more laid out. It was more methodical. All the rhymes were so
poetic.
intricate and like
Yeah.
and poetic. He
Yeah.
gave birth. He
Oh.
gave birth to a million. He's giving
Rhyming
birth to a
schemes
million
changed.
MCs.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas
so Rakim-
with Dre,
It was Melly.
you know, Dre, you know, you can never really take away from what Dre's contribution is because without Dre, you ain't got a lot of stuff. But when somebody earlier said that Dre, when you think about Dre, you think about West Coast. I mean, when you think about West Coast, you think Dre. Not automatically because you had a lot of people that was putting a shit down. Even producers from the West Coast. You had you know, all those producers that was right there along with Dre at that time. They helped build that sound as well. So I just really can't say just Dre, but although Dre is taking it further than everybody that he's been around from 80 something to now. And like Wallace said earlier, he's taking it he's taking it to a new echelon every go around. But as far as the landscape of him seeing and how many Rakim then gave birth to so many MCs.
Right.
People that are on now and people that have fell to the wayside.
Because that was
so I'm gonna probably impact wise, I'm gonna probably go with Rakim.
Right.
Although Dre's contribution kind of goes outside of music and goes into more in the business realm. But as far as hip hop is concerned, I'm gonna have to pick Rakim.
Got you. Well said, man. RTO.
We saying influential. Fucking Rakim.
Rakim. Two. Okay. Monica. She said the R already. I got her. All right. Dixie.
Man, it's hard to go against the God Rakim, man. Because before Rakim, everybody was rapping like a pistol. He was like a semi-automatic. Man. Like, he was just so far much more advanced than everybody.
Ooh,
but Dre, to me, impacted three different areas: business,
Mm-hmm.
music, and the engineering of music. You know, just how music sounds.
Right.
Technology.
And technology, yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
the fact that his impact has lasted so many decades since the 80s.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Dre.
Okay. Let's go. It's
But you know what? But without Rakim, you ain't got a Nas, and you damn sure ain't got an Elzhi.
Shit, you can keep going on that.
Say that. I never believe that. People say if this person didn't come, that person wouldn't be here. I don't believe that shit. But anyway.
No, well, here's
y'all forgetting one thing. Yo, let me talk.
Let me rebuttal. You got to rebuttal. We got to rebuttal.
My time.
Oh,
yo,
come on, Coop. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because you keep trying to.
No, I'm sorry, man. No, I said you get your. I'm not. I didn't say that.
Nigga, somebody said that shit off what you said.
I didn't say that.
Niggas, I'm very.
We sorry, Coop.
I'm good.
All right,
I've been
brother.
drinking beer. I'm not fucked up. He just got y'all thinking that shit.
Yeah, Coop.
I can't get on it, man. Y'all playing. Nigga.
Go ahead, Coop. We got the floor. We having fun, bro. Having fun.
Yo, let's be real about this. Rakim supposed to came out with the last album. Who was the DJ? And he said he couldn't rhyme to his shit. Like
Dre?
Yes, his beats were too impressive for him. He said this. Rakim said,
I don't think they was too impressed.
No,
Go ahead.
he's
Go ahead.
like he didn't say they were too impressive, but he said that he couldn't do it. Like he couldn't flow to his shit.
Oh my
No.
God.
Hey, hold up, cool. I mean, let me rebuttal real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, the reason why they could not mesh was because Dre wanted him to do something that was outside of his character to where he couldn't perform. It wasn't about the music, because I've heard Rakim flow over a multitude of things. It's not about the music. It was more about, hey, he wants him to portray a certain image that he wasn't inclined to do. That's where the separation came from.
That's true.
I don't know. That's not what I read.
I got that Dre wanted him to talk about street shit, and he wasn't with that.
Street shit. He just wasn't.
He wasn't with the street shit
at that point.
That's possible.
Point in his career.
I don't know. I can't dispute that. But it's just the point that he couldn't rhyme to his shit that I got to give it to Dr. Dre.
But you said
whatever
something
it
about,
was.
you said something about, if it wasn't for everybody on here that do music in some kind of way, shape, or form, or fashion, if we don't have certain people who serve as that inspiration in the blueprint for what we do,
right?
None of us
Absolutely.
do this. So it's like, because it was something about if there was never a Pete Rock, Pete Rock made me want to produce. So it's like, if I didn't have Pete Rock, would I probably still make music? I probably would, but it would be somebody else that that would influence, but I probably wouldn't love it the way I love. My whole
somebody else
is based on right, but that's what I'm saying is that's the person that was like you know what? And trust me, I've heard producers way before Pete Rock, Premier, RZA, but when it was when I first heard Main Ingredient, I knew I've been listening to hip hop forever. When Main Ingredient changed my life, to where I was like, you know what, dude, this what the fuck I want to be doing right here. So
hey, you got to make it relatable, Hurts.
Yeah,
cool, but imagine you getting the world's first haircut.
Oh! You like the way my shit shaped up, nigga.
versus years of evolution of the fade and the lineup. Like you see, that's what Hurts is saying. Like,
no, I understand what he's saying.
To come behind 100 motherfuckers versus being the first one.
I understand, but the fact that you had a love for music, it'd have been somebody else that influenced you. That's just the one that influenced you.
They got a point.
It'd have been somebody else.
Cool.
Yeah,
because you have a love for it. You know what I'm saying? So,
but
Digga Hurts wouldn't sound the way we love Digga Hurts.
Okay. Well, you saying
for hip hop,
he got
for Pete Rock.
Okay,
right, and I get that. And it's just like I said, I come from people in my family that sing and do music and stuff. So I've always been around it. But like I'm just saying, like it was something my godmother gave me that cassette, and when I brought it home, I was like, man, I gotta go out and find me a fucking MPC. I gotta go find something like that. That was my like my aha moment, and I'm probably like 11th grade.
I respect that. That's the way that influenced you. I respect that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like Dr. J influencing Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan took his moves, put his own twist on, and made it something new. But
just like
saying if Jordan would have got the idea to even do some of that shit if he hadn't seen Dr. J do it.
Just like Kobe wanted to be Jordan, he played.
Right.
Like
there you go.
But it's like building. All it is just building, because you taking something that you taking a foundational situation, and you build and you keep building on it to where. And hopefully you're building it to a point where you're doing it a service as you progress and keep doing your thing as time progresses.
Right. All right. So we got Coop. We got Coop for Dre. I lost Grix. Did you vote yet?
I lost that.
I didn't vote with Jam, but I'm gonna have to go with Rakim.
They all going
Rakim. All right.
For the lyrics and the style and all that.
Gotcha. Taz Uno.
Rakim. Nigga from New York, Rakim, nigga.
Rakim, you know gonna be
Rakim.
All right, Rod. Rakim. All right, Rakim wins, man.
Nigga from New York.
All right. So the next one we have, this was another. This is going to be pretty interesting. We have Teddy Riley going against Drake.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Teddy Riley versus Drake.
Sorry.
That's Drake. That's easy.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Hey, it's hard to win against a nigga who got his own subgenre, man.
I'm going with Teddy though.
I'm going with Teddy, man. Niggas don't forgot what 88 to 95 was like, I guess.
Word is bond.
I really look at this nigga.
Any metric you choose.
Music that's going right now is because of what this nigga Drake is doing.
Choose
everything.
All you got to do is listen to Teddy Riley's song the New Jack Swing song when he's run down.
That's
the whole
what I'm
list of
saying.
everybody.
Once y'all told me all the shit he made, I got to go with Teddy. I didn't even know he made some
Drake
shit.
was the first one to ever give a
Teddy.
stripper a napkin and says, "You don't have to do this."
Drake is basically Drake is basically LL Cool J 2.0.
I would mix in a little CeeLo Green with the singing and rapping and Devin the Dude because they did
Yeah,
before he did.
but
He
not,
just popularized it.
But as a singer, he's not impactful like a CeeLo Green. That's why I wouldn't put him there.
Sound crazy.
That nigga like
no.
Wayne. That nigga like what's the dude?
But
As a
Hurt,
singer,
but
that's
Hurt,
yeah.
But Hurt, I'm talking about the
That nigga
idea
like
of a
Wayne
rapper
Wonder. He
singing. Like CeeLo and Devin were the first that I heard do that.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't take off like Drake did, but they were the first acceptable rappers that you would accept singing to. That's what I mean by that.
Like,
I got you.
And
my
Domino.
reason-
Yeah, I throw Domino in there.
My reason why I threw him in there is because
have one
whenever
rapper.
this nigga drops some shit, everybody else follow.
True.
That's just what it is. Everyone, this nigga started doing the Afro-Cuban shit. Everyone do Afro-Cuban shit now. Everyone, he do the old, had the beats that got all the weird fucking reverb and all that shit. Everybody do that shit.
But the same argument could have been made for Teddy in the early 90s.
Wrong.
People follow him.
No.
Not as
disagree.
much. I don't
disagree.
like,
I disagree.
all of fucking hip hop do
Teddy
what this
had
nigga does.
It's Teddy, nigga.
Teddy had everybody R&B trying to sound like him, man. Fucking go listen to Jam and Lewis are legends in their own right. They didn't need to even copy anybody. They their own thing. But even they got influenced by Teddy.
Dixie,
They
here's
came
where
with
you wrong.
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Teddy.
They came with Johnny Gill's Rub You the Right
Rub
Way.
You the
They
Right
ain't
Way.
nothing but a carbon ripoff of Teddy Riley.
Wait a minute. They did that?
Hey,
That wasn't Teddy Riley?
No,
Everything is
the
Teddy.
real Teddy Riley.
What about Basic Black? What about Basic Black?
Teddy wins, man. Y'all know Teddy wins this battle.
Nope.
Hey,
Teddy had
nigga.
success in 3 different groups.
He did too much. Teddy
Right.
wins.
Hey, Clark and Sparks says Teddy made
Teddy-
R&B. Teddy made R&B. It was soul music prior to Teddy. Good
He
point.
shouldn't even be in it.
Yeah,
It's
Teddy just wasn't R&B because you feel like somebody earlier talking about Teddy Riley did the show. Teddy Riley did Wild Wild West.
That's why I say he wins.
I get the job done by Kane. Teddy did so
that was
much
my
stuff in the
shit.
hip hop realm.
Get the job,
Man,
Trying to tell you, man.
So Teddy did so, and I will never argue against Clark and Spark because that's a DJ. He knows his shit. But when I think about, I don't think Teddy
think I love Drake and I appreciate what he's done, but I think y'all might be prisoners of the moment with this thing. For real.
Prisoners of the moment. That's
But here's the thing too.
I'm
But
telling
let me say this one other thing though too. Teddy Riley music pushed itself, whereas, and not saying Drake music don't do the same, but Drake has a huge machine behind it. Huge machine behind it.
Yeah, Cortez kind of.
You know what I'm saying? So if Drake didn't have the machine behind him, that's not his fault. It's like it's just having a good team behind you to push your.
But that's another argument. Hurts. The world is much smaller now with the internet. Teddy did all his shit before the internet.
Before the internet, right?
But if
You know
we
what I'm saying?
speaking
So,
on
like,
influence,
and
the internet is blowing everything up, then I would fucking Drake has more influence. He has
Imagine
more
how big
reach.
Teddy would. Imagine what Teddy would have done with that same tool at his disposal.
Yeah, but
He
if
did
that was the case, then I'll be saying Teddy. But
Hey, this nigga got
where
hit
we at
records.
right now?
Hey, Teddy Riley had a couple hit records on him. Fucking
Teddy
Michael Jackson,
wins,
man.
man.
Shut
He
the
did too
fuck
much
up
shit.
with that shit.
Teddy wins too much.
Drake got fucking Ronald Isley talking about he the plug right now.
Nigga, Michael Jackson dude got hit records with Teddy Riley.
Teddy was unfair.
Close.
Teddy should not be in this conversation. He's
We're
something
talking
different.
about rap. We're talking about hip hop, are we not?
Yeah, that
we are.
I'm not even talking about Drake. Wait a minute. I'm not even talking about Drake on the singing tip, right?
I ain't talking about Drake on the singing tip.
We're talking about
I'm talking about influence.
I'm still telling you,
What is the criteria? Is it just rap or just
hip hop R&B?
and R&B
Okay,
artists
well,
going to
Teddy.
him for hit records.
influence.
Kumo D.
You can't.
Big Daddy Kane.
deny
Big Daddy Kane.
Wait, stop.
Big Daddy
Stop.
Kane.
Stop.
Hey, but why
Stop.
just said it's
Stop.
R&B and
No,
rap?
no,
He just said that.
we said that already. Right?
So he wins. He
Drake.
wins.
Hold on. Go,
Drake,
Wallace.
think about it. We talking about somebody going to somebody for hits. Now you can talk about the climate being different. Drake is the all-time leader in Billboard charting songs with other people.
But we're talking about accolades. We're not. That's
That's
accolades.
influence,
No.
That's,
I'm saying
that's accolades. I'm talking,
Drake
talking
was. Think about it.
I bet he is the all-time leader.
The time
all
that
you gotta
Drake,
do now
the
is
time
fucking
that
listen to the
Drake
shit on
why
your
you yelling
phone.
at me? Why you yelling at me?
My bad.
Drake is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Drake is the music industry at this point.
Wallace. Is it easier to listen to music now, or was it easier to
I'm not
listen to music
talking
in the
about
90s?
that. I'm not making that judgment.
I am talking about. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm talking
I'm
about
gonna tell you why he's.
You're
I'm gonna tell
yelling
you.
at me, cuz.
All right, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
We talking about influence. I'm being objective.
No, but you made a point though. Your point was he's the
I'm not
all-time
talking about the
leader.
music being this or being that. Of course, the music ain't as good as
No,
it
we ain't
used to
talking about the
be,
music. You said, did you or did you not say that Drake was the all-time leader of Billboard, right? Did
Am
you
I
say
wrong? Am I wrong?
that? I know, but
If
did
I'm
you
wrong,
say that?
I'm
I want to
wrong.
make sure I didn't mishear you. Did you say that? Did you
I'm
say
not
that?
doing this with you, Dixie Freely.
Okay. I thought, did anybody else hear
I'm
him
not
say
playing
that?
the games with you.
Did
I
anybody
can't
else hear
do
him
that
say
with
that?
you. All I'm saying
I heard.
It's
all I'm
much
saying is this.
easier
All
to
I'm
be
saying
the
is this.
leader on Billboard
All I'm
if
saying
your
is this.
consumer can consume on a goddamn cell phone
But
that
that's
didn't exist in 1990.
okay.
Where
But
you had to go
that's
to
a
the store
judgment.
and buy the record.
But that's a judgment. That's
the
a
truth.
judgment. That's a
That's the
subjective
truth.
judgment. We're
So you
talking
telling
about
me it's harder to
We're talking
consume
about
music in
influence.
1990?
We talk about there not being gatekeepers in music. At this point, Drake is the gatekeeper for the last 12 years, at least.
I have to agree.
Am I lying? He is the gatekeeper.
As much as I don't like it, that's
Think about it. Look
It
at
is.
Teddy. Let me say this. Look at Teddy Riley's discography. There's trillions of people. I mean, there's a lot of songs. There's rap songs from Heavy D, this, that, and the third. But there may be some songs that didn't necessarily blow up, this, that, and the third. Look at the songs that Drake is on, and look at how many people have a space, although they're not as successful. Look at how many people have made a space because of that. We talking about influence.
My argument is it's much easier to consume, or even in Drake's case, influence when the cell phone is in everybody's hand versus a person got to go to the store and buy it.
Listen to me. If everybody had a cell phone in 1988, everybody would have been listening to Funky Wisdom by Kool Moe Dee.
I think more people would have got it.
Hell no.
Hell no.
More people would have got it. Back then, man, like whatever was fresh, whatever was fresh, that's what people was gravitating to. If it was fresh and people was on it, and you had your tastemakers even then. But if it was fresh and everybody was up on it, like I know, everybody would have been. That's everybody's time cup of tea right there for what's going on. So it's like. I could never. I'm not a Drake fan, but per se, but I can never withstand saying the fact that dude ain't talented. I just think that
he got writers.
Type of machine, the type of machine he has behind him, that it's kind of hard for him not to miss, even if the project is funny. It's kind of hard for him not to miss. Because Universal Music is the greatest machine to have behind you. Think about it.
Hurts. Look, man, you can pull up a Drake song in 2 seconds. You had to actually get in your car and drive somewhere to get a Teddy record.
Hey, I'll give you one better than that. I can go next door to my daughter and go get a Drake song.
That's what I'm saying. There's no real argument. Y'all might just vote. Just vote.
No,
y'all both got points.
Can I say this, please? And I'll shut up. Can I say this, please? Teddy Riley, was people on the West Coast sounding like Teddy Riley when Teddy Riley came out? Was people across the world sounding like Teddy Riley when he made Rump Shaker? Was everybody making records like Rump Shaker?
Yes.
Bumps in a bump. Bumps in a bump.
Yes. Everybody making party records,
Bro,
man.
and the technology, again, we can talk about Soulja Boy, the technology being what it is. The entire game is making records like Drake.
Like
the entire game.
On some,
but hold on,
I would argue that Atlanta has more influence right now than
We
Drake.
ain't talking about Atlanta, nigga. Talking about Drake.
Hold on, man.
Just
hold on, man. Hold on.
Just vote.
Hold
Just
on. Hold on.
vote.
On some production shit.
Right.
You know how many fucking packs are out there right now emulating the OVO sound?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
true.
that's everyone taking off that alone.
But
Man,
Teddy Riley
but
had
that's what the
genre.
argument is about who's more influential.
Teddy Riley had not. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about Teddy Riley. He not only had his own genre, he not only created his own lane with New Jack Swing. He had two different other genres, hip hop and R&B. He was. Huh?
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Why I said both?
Yeah,
so they
He said both.
Yeah, I said both.
He said both.
Yeah,
that's why he wins.
He was a man. He was the man in both at one point in time.
Yeah, so he wins.
He was the go-to at one point in time.
All right, let's go. Let's take the vote. Let's take the vote. Let's take the vote. Starting on Gigahertz. You got it, man.
Man, I'm gonna go Teddy, bro.
Teddy Riley. You got it. RTO.
Hey. Drake, he can't.
Drake gets one.
Drake gets
Dixie Freely. You got it, brother.
Teddy
gets it. Rod.
Drake
gets one. Ricks. I ain't heard from him in a while. Teddy. Oh, to the wire.
Jam. Oh, Jam.
Teddy.
Yep.
Teddy gets another one.
Yep.
Hey,
Ted's
man,
Uno.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Hey, Teddy,
Yep.
Teddy will ever get a pass.
Great.
Bro, Teddy did. Teddy
Y'all
did.
nigga goalpost moving.
You said Drake
too. My fantasy.
Said Drake.
All right. Monica,
Teddy
you
wins.
are the deciding vote. Drake or Teddy Riley? Come off of mute.
Come on, man. She gonna say
Yep.
Teddy.
Come on to Monica.
Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley.
Oh, Jam.
Ding, 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 ding.
Teddy, Jam for me.
Moving along.
Jay
All right.
got nostalgia, man.
This is
All I want to do is bump.
the divisional.
808. It's okay.
Divisional semifinals. Dixie, Master P against Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
shit.
There's no sense even going down there,
I
man.
would put Russell in there, man.
Hey, make up the time we just lost on Drake.
Anybody
and
say
Teddy.
P? Anybody say P?
Russell.
Anybody say P?
No,
I
Yeah,
can
no
go
P
Russell.
about Russell.
P. All right. Okay, we got Rakim versus Teddy Riley.
Teddy.
I'm gonna go Teddy.
I'm gonna still go Teddy on that one.
Teddy.
All right.
Yeah,
Anybody for Rakim?
Rock him.
All right, one for Rakim. Anybody for? So we're all ready. Anybody else? Anybody else for Rakim? Go on.
Of course, the MC gonna go with Rakim. I feel you.
All right. All right. Semifinal. Oh, in the finals, we got Russell Simmons against Teddy Riley.
Russell Simmons.
Russell, bro.
Teddy.
We
I'm
said
going
Russell.
Teddy.
Russell might have got Teddy a bag of time of
Yeah, I'm going Teddy because he did more. Russell just hip hop. He did extra.
There is a story of Dixie about Russell Simmons and Teddy Riley having a fallout or whatever. And I forget what song. I'll Get You Home. The Foxy Brown joint was a Black joint. So he sold that beat to Russell for $1 because they had some discrepancies about some Trackmaster shit or something like that was going against the Trackmasters or whatever. So that whole Get You Home joint, he sold it to Russell and them for $1 to kind of make amends for whatever disagreement they had.
Damn.
You damn DJs know everything. We don't know about that shit. Y'all know everything.
Hey,
Y'all know
good.
everything.
We have fun, man.
That's a compliment. 'Cause I'm not
Man, we just wasted 2 hours. I said we should just gave to Russell in the beginning.
Hey.
That's why I didn't want him in there. I didn't want him in there because he's going to win because he started it. He wanted to start it. He's going to win.
We
That's
could
why I want him in there.
Hey, let's talk about some notable ones that maybe could have went in here and ran Quincy Jones. Could he have
Quincy Jones would have killed everything, bro.
Oh yeah, Quincy Jones would have fucked the ball up.
James Brown, shit.
Hey, you talk about Dre doing shit from decade to decade. Man, Quincy Jones almost 100 years old, bro.
That's it with him. Yeah, that's it with him.
He been doing shit since the 40s.
just say Motown.
Man, we had multi-track in there, motherfucker.
Right.
Motown.
Wheels on that motherfucker. I'm telling you.
The RZA for me, but I know he
absolutely.
Because they came with their own sound. They came with their own sound.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang had their own sound.
But you want to know something, man? The RZA, man.
The RZA. I was going to say you should do one week about innovation. Like
producer?
the shit the RZA did.
Oh.
The RZA fucking did. He went against all the rules and made it right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you that.
This whole
so we got a
whole
week's
story.
Notice. We got a week's notice. Next week we will do that on Innovate.
But you know what? We gotta omit the beat thing shit though. You can't talk about that shit.
Right.
Nah.
Beat things
Say
out
the
of
beat.
here.
What you mean?
Why not? That's part of the legacy.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, listen, we're not mentioning that beat thing video, bro. We're not doing that.
Can we say this, though?
Oh, because we go there, we
say, Rob?
gotta bring Havoc in
we
it.
say
We going too far.
Go ahead, Rob.
Can we say since the year 1990, please?
All right.
Because
yeah, give it that.
everybody
Yeah,
before that gonna have an unfair bias because
y'all talking about Russell Simmons. I don't want to hear about Russell
Let's say
Simmons.
2000 and up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
2000. Or I think.
Hey, well, I tell you,
go to the eras. You're right. Go to eras.
Let's do it. Hey, let's do it by decades then. Why? That's
what I'm saying.
Like the 90s.
Russell Simmons gonna always win. Come on, man. Russell Simmons.
But yeah, that'll be a dope idea.
That wasn't even fair.
All right. Hey, we can.
Hey, I don't know if y'all heard me, but Hurst, I was saying if it wasn't for the beat thing, y'all would have never met me.
Hey, bro. Hey, you
because we go to producers. I'm bringing Havoc in there. There's so many producers.
For the beat thing.
Yeah, beat thing has something on with shit.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Keep it to decades.
Got behind that machine and had R&D and product development.
But you know what? I think if somebody like Wide Body got a hold to the beat thing, I think you will hear something different.
Music, it's just fucking cheesy.
I think it's the individual not having a keen understanding of how to operate that thing because
all I'll say about the beat thing. The biggest compliment you can get to beat thing, although it fell short, it was the world's first hybrid.
Yeah, it was. No doubt.
Dallas Austin was making that motherfucker do.
Yeah, Dallas Austin and Jermaine.
There's a few cats. Yeah, I used to watch a few cats on that shit. It just wasn't marketed good, and it was It was cheap.
It's still
like they marketed that shit.
And it's still overpriced to this day. That's why neither one of us ever got one.
As an owner of Beat Thing Virtual, I can tell you the sounds are not up to par sonically.
Yeah,
but
like that shit, they made that.
If we had the sampler though, if we had the sampler, that's different. When you sampling into something, you creating your own situation. That's a lot different. Like I don't know how many people use it. I don't use the sounds I get with my MPC, these newer MPCs.
But yeah, if I pay for something, I don't want to hear no teeny kicks and shit.
Hey, but
man, they marketed that shit. That shit wasn't made. They didn't make that with us in mind. They made that shit for all the little white dudes, like fucking Malibu's Most Wanted type motherfuckers who wanted to get it.
Wow,
not Malibu's Most Wanted.
But let's give them credit for giving the hybrid because now y'all got your MPC lives, they got the MK3 machine shit. They was the first with the hybrid shit.
And they were black. They were black owned. They're black owned.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out, what's my man name? Kai Guy. Remember he had the beat thing. What's my man name?
Oh my God, Wide Body.
What's his name? Come on, man. What's his name?
Oh man, come on, man. Let's just move on. I forgot that motherfucking name.
Mark
it's your boy DLP.
That boy, don't you dare say nothing bad about the beat thing. We'll tell you a new one. Then all of a sudden he had a renaissance there. It was flying a
bye beat thing.
Hey, I remember you gave me all them kits because remember I got the beat thing virtual.
Yeah,
Dixie blessed me, bro. I was ready.
I started on FL, but then I went to the beat thing, and I was on that for like 2 years, and then I got the MK1 or MK2 machine. And that's when I met y'all at that point.
Man, I remember.
Yeah, man.
If anyone
That's
out
what's
this
up.
group was to get the beat thing, I thought I was gonna get a phone call from Hertz one day, and have with the beat thing. But
It ain't
Hertz-
too. It ain't. Hey, never say never, man. I just if I see one, they still price them shit like this. Whatever year it came out, they price them shit like this.
I still seen that shit at 600.
I told you about that guy I met he was selling it, and I got into a conversation with him, and I probably would have bought the thing, but he trying to the beat thing was the best something ever built. I was like, wow.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I've been blessed to have touched a lot of machines, bro. And I'm telling you, if I ever get my hands on one, I'm gonna show niggas how to really use it.
Mm-hmm. Bring that beat
That shit look like a label maker.
Well, honestly, it look like a label maker. It do.
Hey man, hey, well listen, I'm gonna be the illest label maker there is.
Oh shit. Hey, Clark said in the chat before a little tension because Alabama lost.
I watched that. They got their ass whipped. They got their ass whipped. I saw it.
My little brother did not answer his phone yesterday.
I mean, I don't know how we got our ass whipped. We lost by 3 points, but okay.
Yeah, but when it comes to Alabama, you got to say his ass.
Hey man, no, you just hate. But okay, I understand.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, you know what? Hey, listen. It don't be the fact that it ain't the fact that Alabama lost. I just like to see Nick Saban's face when he's trying to explain when he's trying to explain something.
Boy, it be mean central, boy.
No, ask Wide what type of trade he tried to make me in fantasy over the weekend.
Oh,
Wide, what did you try to
yeah,
trade?
nigga, I got the emails too, bro. What the
This
fuck,
fool go-
nigga?
Nick Chubb for fucking what's his name for the Dolphins? Nick Chubb for him.
Most.
You think I was gonna make that trade? Why? Really?
Hey, I was hoping you did. We
Nick Chubb is one of the 3 best backs in the NFL. I'm not fucking trading.
I'm trying to do business, man. Trying to do good business.
Nick Chubb is one of the.
I'm
3
playing
best
against.
backs
I'm going against the Alderman, man. You know how this dude is. I'm beating the shit out of him right now.
I said this. Wow,
Yeah, you got that shit cool, nigga. I was like, nigga, we got a bye too, so I'm like, I knew I wasn't gonna win.
I knew Chubb is a fucking beast, man. You think I'm gonna trade him for Mozart?
Hey, they both hit me back. Koopy was a day late.
Monster.
I didn't even reply. I was like,
I call nigga Mozart. He fast, but he ain't Chubb.
Right.
Chubb fast and powerful.
So how you guys with this whole Draymond Green, Jordan Poole? Can this Warriors team get back together and?
They already good.
Let me.
Draymond got to go. I think Draymond got to go.
I think
Not
all
this
of us
year,
played team
but he got to
sports
go.
before, man.
I
think all of us have played team sports. We know as people who have played team sports, bro, that this shit happens all
Yeah, but he do it too much. This is not the first time with him, though, man.
Nah, they had a preseason game since that happened, and they was dapping it up, man. That shit already over.
And that's
but that's phony.
You know how many?
Really, you got to get on, man.
When you hit a nigga, they don't like you no more. That's phony.
But
We've
they know they got a job to do, man.
Like I said, with Charles Oakley, Charles Barkley, we've seen far worse from those dudes that played in the 80s.
This nigga walked to him and hit him in practice in the face.
Xavier,
But it was also a story behind it.
Yeah, it
And
is.
the story we don't know. We saw the reaction. And at the end of the day, for us to see the reaction and judge that man, he is provoked. He plays the game and he plays it well, and he knows how to play those mind tricks. And when he gets you to the point of agitation, your reaction is going to be based off of him verbally saying little slick shit or doing slick shit on the court. They save it for the court. He gets the job done. We've seen far worse. But like I said last week with Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, Charles Barkley, Isaiah Thomas, we've seen far worse with these brothers. So for them to just want to go ham and say, oh, let's get rid of him. Nah, fuck that, yo. Y'all need him.
Man,
keep him on the goddamn squad.
He not going this year.
I played sports my whole life. We were
But you gotta look at Durant.
Kerr in the face.
Durant was gone after he got in Durant face. He was gone the next year.
Well, he wanted to get out.
It's never going to be right.
Shit, that's gonna happen in practice.
But
I had a teammate hit another teammate with a
One mic.
And then they signed him to a big contract after that. They didn't sign Draymond. They signed him to an extension.
But we're talking about Kevin Durant versus Draymond Green.
Two different.
We're talking about two different players. Durant is an offensive and defensive player, more offensive than anything. Draymond is a defensive player. Y'all need our modern day Rodman on a fucking team to win
I agree
games.
with that.
Because he does not, he's not afraid to go in the middle. He's not afraid to go up top. Anywhere you tell him to be, he's going to be as a defensive player. Leave that man alone and let him play and let the men handle their fucking business behind the scenes. If they wanted to duke it out, let them duke it out. Whoever the fool is that
they didn't duke it out. One just got hit.
On tape. Right. Oh well, shame on them.
Whoever leaked that tape
is pussy.
Right.
That was whack. That was whack. That leaked the tape.
You can go to any locker room, any practice in America, you're gonna see that shit. I'm telling you, I saw it.
That was whack.
Pop Warner. Come
yeah,
on,
the nigga that deleted, put tape out, that was whack.
We see coaches going at it at Pop Warner. Come on now.
Very true.
Then we know
this the time we live in.
Go at Neptune against Asbury with the whole Asbury team wanted to fucking jump Robbie White. Yeah. And Robbie White jumped that fucking fence like she was O.J. Simpson running through the airport and was ready to take down all the Asbury Park. Come on now. Y'all know Robbie White's mother did not play no games, but that started with the coaches that trickled down to the players that got the parents involved. Come on, this shit been going on. Leave Draymond alone. Leave him alone. Leave Draymond alone.
I was just
okay.
But Draymond said he not signed an extension. He said he not signed an extension.
All right,
let
the resident Real Warrior fan say something like run TMC days. You feel me? Goddamn, that shit happens fucking everywhere.
All the time.
Wait for this shit to blow over so niggas could get back to fucking hooping. That ain't nothing new. Like,
like I said, I watched their
practice. It's fucking practice. That niggas talk shit. If they talk shit and they go to throwing them, hey, the niggas throw. Get that shit out your system. Let's ball. So when that shit happens, keep blah blah blah. Draymond isn't, man. Fuck all that shit. That whatever he did that shit. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next year. If he here, if he gone, whatever. Shit, I'm not tripping.
Gotta win this year.
He's playing this year. He with him this year.
Could I have not lived with not seeing that? I would have been all right, man. It's there. I'm gonna watch it. Whoever was allowed, and I'm pretty sure those teams' practices are off limits to only a certain amount of people.
Ever since Ray Rice decked his chick out in the elevator, we just been going through hell with these cameras and shit, man.
Yep.
Hey, Michael Jordan punched Steve.
It was over for Ray Rice, though. It was over for Ray Rice.
Right. Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the eye in practice. Only difference was
Ray Rice put his hands on a woman.
They didn't show it.
Put his hands on a woman, and that was a difference. That was right. That was a difference.
That wasn't funny. Hello, athlete.
But see, the Steve Kerr shit was not shown.
I was just talking about the how well we are with the camera with the
this nigga shit got shown.
Surveillance.
Right. His shit got put on Front Street. And let's not talk about Ray. Didn't Ray what's my man last name that played for then he damn.
You talking about
fuck.
Tyreek Hill?
No.
Tyreek got out of this.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ray Allen. Wasn't it Ray Allen that beat up his wife?
No.
Ray Allen. Don't ever say that about Jesus.
No, not Ray Allen. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Played defense
Jesus, nigga.
For Baltimore.
Oh, Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
His wife?
No, Ray Lewis killed a nigga. Ray Lewis killed a nigga.
Yeah, he killed somebody.
Won the Super Bowl the next year.
And won the Super Bowl and got MVP. Super Bowl and MVP.
Shout out to Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis
for homicide and a Super Bowl ring.
Hey, but
to BG too.
But speaking on those inner teams, those squabbles and stuff, man. Gary Payton had a story. I don't know if it was like the Players Journal, the Players Tribune, or something like that. But he was speaking about how when he got to Seattle, how he used to because everybody know Gary Payton got that. He got that joker. He just talked crap all the time. When he got to Seattle, Xavier McDaniel was there.
And you ain't just talking shit to him like that.
Gary and GP was McDaniel's his rookie. So he was telling him what he wasn't gonna do, this, and this, and talking all kind of crap to Xavier McDaniel. Said, man, Xavier McDaniels choked him out in the middle of the court, man, and put him in his place after that. And after that, he said he ain't come back.
been straight.
Xavier McDaniels no more after that. Like he understood his place, man.
He said Gary Payton up, man. Gary Payton talked a lot of shit.
Dude, that's regular shit. Like everyone blew this shit up because it's the fucking Warriors and we just won a championship.
I don't think it's just because of the Warriors. I just think it's
they blowing
that shit up because they doing all they can.
They blowing up because they showed it. It was filmed and showed. TMZ. That's why they're blowing it up.
Y'all blew it up because the fucking video got.
They blowing. Y'all missing the point.
TMZ.
They blowing this up because they doing all they can to not talk about Brett Favre. That's why.
Oh man, let me get applause on that one, bro. I forgot about that.
I don't think they got that. I hear you, but that ain't got nothing.
Now.
It worked.
Only platform I've seen speak even touch on that is the Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp situation.
Brett Favre said he didn't do it.
Skip. Hold on now, Skip.
Brett Favre said he didn't do
it. Skip.
He said he been wrongfully accused.
Man, everybody know Michael Jordan, Black Steve Kerr eye practice. This shit ain't nothing new, man.
Yeah, but they didn't show it. This was that's the difference. This was televised.
But you
we heard about that. But you
also got to factor in that we living in a time right now, bro, that we're so sensitive. We some of the weakest motherfuckers on the planet, bro.
That's true, but still
everything.
It's the player who got
I mean, if I was fucking team and some niggas fucking throwing them at shoot around and shit before the game started, I'm like, oh, they just throwing them. Okay. All these niggas.
Hey, listen, hold up.
He's a meme now. He's a joke.
I forgot that dude.
He's a $40 million joke.
He's a $40 million joke, but he's a joke.
Rudy Tomjanovich got his whole face
fucked
in a basketball
game, nigga. That motherfucker almost died.
He almost died. Kermit Washington broke his man's face.
Right in mid-game, bro. Fuck this whole shit up.
And that's what I'm saying. As a society right now, man, we're so sensitive to everything.
Well, we've been that.
We haven't. Hey, cool. We grew up in the 80s, bro. You know better.
Yeah.
We
I'm talking about now, not back then, but I'm talking about now. We've been that way. It's been that way for a minute now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We're so sensitive to everything to where it's
everything.
But people who come from that ilk and come from that environment, come from these team concepts, we know better. We understand.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Right, but to the layman, for the person who don't understand the team sport, team dynamic, and testosterone and competitive natures of people, man, they don't understand that.
Oh my God,
it's right. But again, it's everything is super sensationalized to the point where everything is new.
But it's the difference now where that person get ridiculed now because you can see it. We know about Steve Kerr and all that, but we ain't see it. Right. They showed this, so now his kids go. Right. It's a lot with that, man. They listen to them people talk.
But can I just add something though? Because in all reality, I'm passionate about things, that like I love sports. I love sports with a passion. But when it comes down to mental health, I understand how things can impact and have a domino effect on people. The fact that we are sensitive today, people were always sensitive. However, we had to mask our emotions back in the day. And that suppression not only affected our families, it affected our children, it affected our relationships.
My point.
And it could have affected our place of employment. And when it's all said and done, people have anger issues and we never address them. So being sensitive is almost insulting to an individual who is triggered by somebody's anger or level of frustration, or a simple word is calling somebody a nigga or a bitch. So I understand how people are responding and reacting to the one word insults or the lack of a better word, respecting one another. I understand that because I was just in it prior to me leaving my job of 3 years. But when it comes to sports, we have this mindset of it's a man's sport. Men shouldn't show emotion. Men should handle shit behind closed doors. They shouldn't allow, certain things to affect them, when that's not true. Men have feelings too. Men are not excluded from having feelings or emotions. So when you're triggered and you react, we're angry at what we saw, but we don't know. We still don't know what Poole said or did. We just know he got hit.
Right.
We know that to be a fact.
No. Well, they talked about it. They Draymond said the team coming up saying he talking too much shit. Could you go straighten him? He said that. He said that's what made him go do it.
We know the politically correct response because that man still has a family to pay to take care of. So we know he's not going to go on where he dead ass wrong and caught with his pants down. He's not going to go on record and have the same conversation with the world that he going to have with somebody behind the scenes that he trusts. Y'all know how it is. You may talk to your brother different than you going to talk to one time. You're not going to talk to one time the same fucking way. You may talk to your lawyer. So it depends on your audience. He responded the way he was supposed to respond to the world so that the world don't hold this over his head because he still has a family and children to care for. We still don't know what happened behind the scenes. We don't.
But he said, nah, I ain't going to. He said that he told them, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing to the man, but he did it anyway. So I don't know. So like you say, it's probably more to it.
I think it's more to it.
I think it's overblown, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's more to it.
Totally think it's overblown.
And that's what I'm
because
saying.
He said the team came up to him and asked him.
Go ahead, Dick.
He said the team came up to him and asked him all that. Could you go handle him? And he said, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing to him. He's a grown man. But he ended up doing it anyway. So we she's saying, we don't know the story.
Where did the info come from? Where'd you hear that from?
He said it. I heard him say it. He said it. On a podcast, he said it. He admitted it. But he said he wasn't gonna do that.
Maybe I'm just desensitized to it because I saw this shit every day, every year.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna do nothing.
Playing sports.
Go ahead, Dick Hurts. You've been trying to talk for the last couple minutes. Go ahead, go ahead, Dick Hurts.
But when I say sensitive, when I'm saying sensitive, I'm not pointing somebody out and saying, "Oh, you said." What I'm saying as a collective, as a society, the things that a lot of us grew up in times and situations and environments where we had to toughen our skin. We had to tuck a lot of shit under our belt for survival purposes, for a lot of different reasons. So what I'm saying is from a perspective of coming from those humble beginnings, if you will, a lot of stuff like just like when you raising your kids, right? And you're like, damn, like when I was your age, I had to do this right here, I had to do this right here. But you're bitching and complaining about something that, man, for me, it was no problem because I had to endure certain things in order for me to get the outcome that I needed. So when I talk about being sensitive to certain things, I'm talking about in terms of how we do. We don't want to deal with shit. Everything like I tell my daughter all the time, everything doesn't require an emotional response. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be emotional about things, but everything is not going to require that you be emotional in your response. Some shit you just gotta be like, you know what, it ain't worth my time or whatever. But when it comes to the sports dynamic, of course there's emotion in sports. I've cried. I've cried that I lost games. I've been pissed off when I've lost games. I've also been a person who congratulated the winner when they won. But yeah, it's a roller coaster of emotion in sports, highs and lows, ebbs and flows. But in the team dynamic, when everybody's competitive and trying to, insert their will or their opinion or this and this, it's gonna be some times where we gotta square up. We might have to go behind the bleachers, man, and shoot the fair one. Right. I might catch you at the practice. So that's just a part. To me, I don't feel no way about it because it's a part of it.
That's the way you should have it.
No, handle
that way.
But to the outside world, in the environment that we live in, to the outside world, everybody is so sensitive to everything because it's like a lot of people don't understand that dynamic. To the average white fan who spend their money to go look at go watch the Warriors or whatever your favorite football or basketball team, they don't understand that. The average layman don't understand locker room culture. You know what I'm saying? So like for them, it's oh my God,
shut up.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's so appalled about what happened. But folks like us know, like Monica was just talking about how the dude's mom hurdled a damn fist to protect the son. Hey, listen, the shit happened. It's not irregular for that type of shit to happen.
Okay,
but the only problem was somebody hold up. The only problem was somebody recorded it and leaked it to TMZ for clout, whatever the case may be.
True,
so it's like. So that's my standpoint from it.
But how would you have handled it? He walked up on him while he chilling.
Well, listen,
how would you have handled that?
Hey, listen, that shit happened.
How me as a man,
Yeah,
how
as a person.
Yeah. Me and him gonna have to shoot the fair one. So, hey,
Right.
listen,
Yeah.
bro,
He did that. He snuck
fair
him.
one after this.
That shit was weak to me. He
Snuck
snuck
him.
him.
wasn't-
He snuck the nigga. That was weak.
If Draymond, listen to this one. If Draymond would have got snuffed, I wouldn't have worried about it being an issue because I think Draymond. I was worried about more how Poole would handle it because I don't know him.
And he handled that shit fine.
Right,
That nigga went off the next.
I'm glad you said that.
That nigga got a big
contract.
contract. He don't care.
But they don't come from the same environment. They don't come from the same environment though.
Right.
Wide body. You
Right.
think about Draymond. Draymond from Saginaw, Michigan, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can tell you right now, I ain't never been to Saginaw, Michigan. But hey, we've heard enough through BG and everybody else who knows Saginaw how rough and tough it is. I don't know where Poole is from, but I can tell you he probably ain't built out of the same shit that Draymond built out of.
No,
Right.
no.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, if I was Poole and nigga then laid me out like that, oh, it ain't over. I'm gonna
Right.
get you one way.
That's
I'm
my
gonna
point.
get you because that's just where
And then you
that's
snuffed
where I
him.
come from.
Yeah.
Well,
I
hey,
don't
So,
think
like-
it was no. I don't think it was no sneak snuff. He walked up on you. You should have been.
Yeah, but he pushed him and hit
pushed
him.
him
He
first.
wasn't
What do you
paying
think was gonna
attention.
happen? You pushed him.
But you watch
Hold
that.
on, what's the
man-
name?
you
Pushed
watch
him
that-
first. I gotta look at it
You
again.
watch
pushed him
that
first.
man.
Oh, Poole pushed him. Oh,
Who pushed
Got a
him?
point.
Yeah.
But he
Got a
was
point.
walking up in his face, so he had every right to push
Yeah,
that man's
to push
flesh
him.
out of his
Yeah.
face. Draymond, you know he good for walking up on you and whispering in your ear. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you still don't know if that man was going to put his hands on you. So he did right by pushing him off like, yo, go ahead. He just didn't think Draymond was going to square up on him.
Nah,
Everybody
hey,
is
you know
not-
what? Hey,
Everybody is not good at the quick
That's where he
follow-up.
messed up at.
Right.
Yeah, he
Assuming.
fucked up, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where he messed up. That's where he messed up because you know what? Draymond was probably looking for that interaction in order
He
to get
wanted
his shit
that.
off. So
He wanted that excuse. Yeah.
Right.
Hit
And
me?
him push.
Okay.
So him,
Yeah.
right. So him pushing. So
Yeah.
him pushing him. So him pushing him. That was something that he never should have did because that, like you was talking about, Monica. That dude welcomed that action. He welcomes it. So like,
You're
why
right.
would you? If you know that, if I know,
You're right.
if it's a guy in my neighborhood, man, that I know that it don't take them but the smallest infraction to get him on his dean. On his bullshit, man. Come on, I ain't dealing with that because I'm probably not gonna be prepared for what he got coming up next.
You're right, though. I
If he about
forgot
that life
that
or
he
whatever.
did push him. I forgot that part. You're right.
I tell you what, if I walk up on somebody
push
today,
him. He shoved him.
if I walk up on somebody today, which is
shoved him.
rare because I don't know what the fuck you carrying today. But if I walk up on you today,
Right.
I'm throwing hands. I'm not walking to have an argument because I don't do very well at it. I'm a sucker and cannot argue. But if I'm walking up on you, I'm walking up on you to fight. So bitch, you just be ready to throw the
you
fuck
get in my
down. And if you're
wheelhouse.
bigger than me, I'm throwing something at you because
Don't
your
come in my
arms are
wheelhouse.
probably longer than mine.
You come in my wheelhouse, I'm throwing, man. I'm not waiting for you to
Listen,
get my shit.
absolutely. You enter my
Hey,
cycle,
but let
which
me-
is
but
at
let-
least 5
Well-
feet. We throwing down.
Well, they got a whole season coming up. We'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna tell you something else too.
Niggas
A
already
lot-
played
a
the
lot
other
of-
day.
A lot of
Yeah, but
a lot of times people do. A lot of times
One game ain't
people do
gonna say it.
things in that environment. People do a lot of things that they know that they got people that's gonna help kind of diffuse things too. We live in a time where people don't believe fat meat greasy. They don't believe a motherfucker would plant or would face plant your ass for doing some dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's like I was watching what's the dude name? DJ Academics. Do you think that if DJ Academics was a regular dude out here in these streets, bro, that didn't have security around him, you think he could talk the talk that he talks, man, without somebody?
No,
without
he'd
somebody-
have been fucked up.
Man,
He know that.
man,
though.
and that's what I'm saying. So when the younger generation, man, has it bad about doing certain things and expecting a different outcome. Like what did you expect when you just shoved this man, this 6'7", 250-pound dude with a chip on his shoulder, like he was a 8-round draft pick or something?
Right. Yeah.
What you expect to happen?
Right. He should have protected his neck and knew that you just
Man,
did
listen,
that, so I got to
you know
answer
what?
that.
The best thing
if he shoved somebody, he got
he should have walked away. Whatever Draymond said to him, he should have walked away, bro.
Walked away. It said, let's
walked away.
talk over here or something. Yeah,
Right
like
on.
not push him, just like, yo, you got a problem. Let's talk over here.
Yep.
something like that. But yeah, he did shove. I forgot that part. He did shove.
Yeah, he
Oh, when he pushed it, he just should have got ready to start punching.
Yeah,
right.
Shit, once there's contact, it's go time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Punch, I punch.
forgot that part. I forgot that part. That he
But
did.
let me ask you a question. Do y'all think this contract extension came on the heels of that happening? Do you think they were?
It seems like it. It seems like it, but we don't know.
I said that.
It seems
I
like
said
it.
that to RTO last night.
That's what I'm
RTO
talking
made
about.
a
If he'll
great
still
point.
be there, because they gave him that.
He pointed out that this is the normal time for contracts
Yeah,
extension right
right.
after the preseason.
Just
So they
ended.
extended Wiggins too. The same
Right.
time.
Man, I don't trust RTO. I don't trust RTO, man. I don't,
Yo, but he did say he wouldn't sign an extension. I ain't hear him say it. I read that.
oh,
Said
we
he
talking about Poole.
No, Poole got paid. Draymond said he wouldn't sign an
But he was saying
but that's
that
just
Poole getting the
negotiation
money, right?
They
Nah,
said
it's just
and
coincidence,
Wiggins at the same time.
right?
Right.
Yeah, he paid
Right
both
after
of
the
them.
preseason.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, but why he said he not signing an extension? Why he say that?
Because he wanted a new deal. I wouldn't sign a deal. I wouldn't sign an extension either.
Draymond been trying to get a deal for like the last 4 years.
All right, so this
Why
is
would he sign an
longer.
extension when he can get more money?
right.
Like,
Everybody say he wanted to play with LeBron. That's what everybody say. But it don't fit. It don't fit.
Draymond don't put it. He got enough skin in the game to play wherever he want to play.
Right.
Yeah.
They said he wanted to play LeBron
State doesn't
because he give LeBron a lot of respect.
Golden State won't win another championship.
Dude, if he end up gone next year and play with LeBron, more power to him. Go ahead, handle that. He did all. He did enough for us, and I'm not mad with. Like,
yeah, he did enough. He did enough. Yeah. They won what? 4, 3, 4.
They won't win again without that dude.
Yeah, you need that dude. You need your rival.
If they get rid of that dude, they won't.
You need that dude.
Another one
He's the glue.
I don't know. No, I don't know no more. I don't know. I don't know.
They need
I
that.
don't know.
You need that nigga on your
Fuck it,
team.
we got Wiseman. We don't need.
You need that
No,
nigga
not
on your
even.
team.
This other shit going on too. Like, I don't like.
But hold up.
I think Wiggs stepped this game up defensively as well. I don't want to say he's a defensive.
But you just like.
I'm not saying he's a.
Like Monica just said. He the glue.
I agree.
He's the glue.
I just don't know now.
He is the glue.
Now I don't know. With this shit happening, I don't know. I can't say it straight
He's
up.
the enforcer. He's the enforcer. You need that.
Man,
And
he's
everybody
the tough guy on y'all.
No.
Y'all
He's
need
the
to
enforcer.
it.
He's the enforcer.
Yeah, but now I don't know. I need
Monica
to.
just said that.
I can't just say 100%. We ain't
You speaking.
nigga. I don't know.
You speaking as a fan right now, man. You
Yeah, you
sounding
speaking as a
real.
fan.
You sounding
Hey,
real. You sounding
It
real.
is what it is, damn
You
it.
sounding real.
Hey,
You sounding real soft
Hey.
over there, man. Real
Hey,
soft
RTO, you got
over
pom
there.
poms on right now. You shaking pom poms, RTO.
I had to have.
Leave RTO
RTO know I'm messing with him, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with him being on the sideline.
That's my mentee over there, man.
I know RTO knows. I know he knows his team. I'm just talking shit. I know he knows his team.
That's my mentee over there, man.
Nigga said I had the pom-pom.
Yeah, you shaking pom poms right now, nigga. That's my squad. That's my squad.
On that
That's my,
note,
no, hey, what T.O. said.
That's my
That's my
quarterback.
quarterback.
not fair. It's
That's
not
my
fair.
quarterback. Yeah.
It's not fair.
All right, not too much on T.O. Come on. Y'all
Hey,
know-
Yo,
Speaking of
who
not
winning
fair.
that game? Who's
Not
winning
fair.
that game?
Speaking of not fair, speaking of not fair, the Eagles are whooping on the Cowboys.
I'm about to ask you that. Who's winning?
The Eagles
Not
is
too much.
Eagles blowing them out.
Not too
Yeah,
much.
they about
Hey,
21.
bro.
All
Wow.
Hey, bro.
right, we're good. We're good.
Don't do it. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
not,
gonna go ahead.
it's
We're gonna go ahead and close
It's
it.
not even. It's
Who's
not
your
even
team, Monica? Who your team? You obviously
I'm
like one of these. Kids.
since the Cowgirls was on the Love Boat, baby. I was home with the chicken pox. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go.
What-
Tony Dorsett is on my damn trading card.
we're
Let's
gonna go ahead.
go.
We're gonna
What
go ahead
is
and shut.
99-yard touchdown?
We're gonna go ahead.
Listen,
We're gonna go ahead and shut this beast down, man. It's been a while, man. We had a great time tonight, man. So
Right.
glad the panel's back. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for participating today, man. We had a blast, man. Stay tuned for next week, man. We're gonna be back and doing bigger and better things, man. Oh, by the way, the Eagles. No, I'm playing. Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, bullshit.
The Vikings, baby, the Vikings. We 5-1 Vikings.
Hurry
Check
up
us
and
back.
close this out.
Check us
Hurry
back
up
on the
and close this
playback.
out.
Gold Nation. We
Anchor
5-1.
FM. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'd like to thank Ricks, RTO, Dixie Freely, Rob Wallace, Monica Donato, Taz Uno. For all of them, I'm DJ Wild Body saying peace,
Vikings,
blessings.
Vikings.
Till next week, America.
That's the Vikings dance.
Skull clap, baby. We come for the Cowboys. Play them too. We keep it going. Y'all still going? I'm keeping going. Skull clap.